Thanks everybody for hanging around. Back with Rule of Rose. Rose Protocol. You're drinking a Dr. Pepper. It tastes like Dr. Pepper. Well, that's good. That's what you want. That's what you want. Let me know if the volume or anything isn't good. I think it should be, but changing games in the middle of a stream, you never know. Mermaid. I want to be a part of this world. I don't, actually. I looked at this stuff. It is not neat. I was craving Dr. Pepper this morning. I am still doctorless. Y'all are making me think I need to make an appointment. I'd prefer root beer, but those are hard to come by around here. But Dr. Pepper, I can go get one at the supermarket. I wonder how effective it is for Twitch to make this gift sub sale. Oh yeah, what is it right now? Is it like if you buy a bundle of gift subs, it's like 30% off or something like that? Celeste save, didn't you have a September save? I did. I've had October. So it's like we're going to different times. We're going back through time. Like each story in that sort of hub area is taking me to a different point in time. But I think this is the most current. And it had the longest play time. Because I think this is right before that boss I stopped with the other day. Because I just fucking couldn't. After however many hours of streaming, I could not listen to that shrieking, vomiting mermaid 1 second longer. But we're going to do it here today. Canadian healthcare jokes write themselves. Yeah, it's a typical American problem. We don't see the doctor as often as we should. Properly functioning societies have regular access to the doctor. We have to go without. All right, let's see how this goes. 5 minutes. Dr. Pepper, when you're in the mood for it, is the best drink in the world. It's very good. It's a very good soda. I would say when you're in the mood for a root beer, for me, oh man, like off the tap, or like a birch beer or something, at like a state fair or something that's like locally made. Oh man, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say no. Sector 1, wire, yeah, wire 1, wire 1. We're gonna get another chance to read it. Stern observation room. I do like a nice root beer. The world? Wait, no. Oh, no, wait. I do like a nice root beer. And I am not really a fan of soda. soda. Cream soda. As well. Well, no. Well, wait a second. What? Well, a soda, cream soda as well? Well, what? Like a nice... Oh, wait a second. I think I got it. Lex? Whoa. Okay. The fish has... Fishes have it. Jesus. Oh, this is gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be a shit show. Is this not... What? Wasn't up here? Or was it? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I can't believe I mixed 3 songs today for Tai Chi's. I was pretty bored. Like I said before, your work ethic, it really impresses me.
Ah, good.
It was pretty good. I'm pretty good at reading. Pretty good. It's been said many times. Machines are operating smoothly. I swear I came up here to fight that boss. Where was it? Okay. Maybe over here. Is this it? Oh, this might be it. This looks like a place where mermaids hang out. Port. Shit. Alright, let's just get through the room. They're not... Oh, no, wait. Did I not go through the room? Expertly done. Expertly done. Hey, McDaddy Games, what's going on? Welcome back. Okay, I'm AFK today, but this game, you poor sap. Yeah, we just finished Alpha Protocol. We might be reloading this one from where we started. Yeah, I just finished it like 10 minutes ago. Started off jumping back into Rule of Rose. I have some upside down goggles here that like flip my vision upside down. It's very disorienting. So that didn't go well, but it did go. Have you played this before? No, I mean, I've been playing through it for the first time, so I'm kind of far into it, but yeah, it's first time for me. How do you feel about it? I really love the atmosphere, the music. I find the story very compelling. It's so weird and wild. I like this airship I'm on. The environments are cool. I love the texture. I love PS2 era horror games. I think just the texture of this era is about as good as it gets with horror games. These games look perfect to me. The combat is so bad, so janky, like even by like comparative like experiences, like, you know, Silent Hill 2, you know, got a big old pipe. We got one here, but man, we're just so ineffective at using it. But then like the mobs of enemies, it's like there are rooms where there's like 20 little creatures swarming me. It's not, it really just becomes tedious and kind of frustrating. I don't think it's effective. It doesn't scare me or really put me on edge as much as like one good like pursuer enemy or one good encounter would. But the things I like, I really like. I still got to make album art for 3 compilations to throw them on Spotify. Need to get a good image of soap on a rope for one of them. An online friend may be making one for me and then taking a photo of it. After that, I can doctor the image into whatever it needs to be. Nice. I was wondering why you're wearing one of those old viewfinder tools, but upside down makes sense. Yeah. It does look like an old viewfinder. This is one game I own that's worth a ton. I'd still light it on fire. Oh, you feel that strongly about it? Really? You own a copy, though. That's awesome. Yeah, these, especially the English language release, very expensive, right? Okay, I need to check this out again. I could not figure out what I was looking at when it was upside down. But I don't know if this is the way. The sounds enemies make are so awful. Some of them, yes, are really bad. This boss encounter I'm heading towards was definitely not pleasant. Okay, so no, I had it right. We just, yeah, we don't do anything up here. Okay. You got it for like 12 bucks? Whoa, really? Was this years ago before it? I don't know if there was a time when it did go for not a lot of money. One boss fight also is just stupid and scarred me permanently. Oh, I wonder if I've hit it already. I've done, what was the teacher's name? Where he's got like his hand like tethered and like he's sucking on his fingers and he, like, that sucked. Right now I'm running towards the mermaid where she's like descending from the ceiling and like vomiting everywhere. Which I really love how weird and wild that encounter is, but man, it sucks. It sucks. I think that another problem is like just the insanely large like health pools these bosses have. Like, it takes so long to whittle them down. And the game really suffers for it because they're not, the combat's not good. Dragging it out doesn't make it better. Obviously, you also own a copy. No, yeah, I'm asking because, like, you know, I got a very good deal on mine as well. And I'm hopeful that other people were able to also find a very cheap copy out in the wild. Not everyone is so lucky. Now it's worth like $600. Is that what it's going for right now? Wow. The controls and camera are just rough, yeah. I like what they tried to do, but I just didn't enjoy my time with it overall. That's the Fight Mermaid, I think. Okay, yeah, I gave it one attempt yesterday. I was in there for a decent length of time, just trying to dodge the vomit pools and, like, get in a couple hits when I could. They're just so lengthy, right? But it was after, like, a very long stream. I was like, I don't have another attempt in me for this. I'm done. Okay, so I'm... Oh, wow, wait, really? So I've gone back a decent way, because I remember getting that. Or maybe I got that right before I ran in here. I think this might be right. Oh, shit, wait, is this right? Because I feel like I did this ages ago. But maybe not. Maybe This was right before... I might be heading towards it, because I feel like I ran around here in the middle. Okay. So like obscure games, I got a bunch of these rare games. Have you tried Haunting Ground, also PS2? No, I was thinking like follow this up with that. Because I hadn't really seen much about this game. You know, it has its sort of reputation as a banned game in some places, and I wasn't really sure what I was getting into. I didn't even know there was a dog component to it. Seen a streamer I like played Haunting Ground. I saw like a little bit of it. I think it would be interesting to compare the PS2 horror dog experiences. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm right here. That's worth playing. Actually bought both of them together. Really? So you prefer Haunting Ground to this? Here we go. I don't want to do this. You ever played D2? Because this is one, like, this encounter reminded me of D2. I have indeed. I'm a big fan of D2. I don't know how you feel about it. That's a favorite of mine. Been considering replaying D and D2. I played through them on stream, my first year streaming, so it was like 2 years ago. The winter before this past one. Actually, I did it on Christmas, didn't I? It was a Christmas stream? December, I think. I hadn't played D2 in a very long time. But the spirit of this encounter reminds me of that game. Just like how gross and wild and weird it is. That game is a lot more fun to play. It's still weird and janky, but... Warp is, I find Warp fascinating. And is it, Kenji Eno, I think, is the creator's name? Yeah, we need that, thank you. I find it really sad that he died so young, because I like to imagine what kind of shit he would be getting into these days, you know? He had such wild ideas for the time. They have the one game on the Dreamcast that they made for the blind. Played a little bit of that. It's hard because, like, you know, it's all in Japanese, and I don't have any real, like, visual or text handholds to, like, help me understand what I'm hearing. But, that developer was trying some things. I appreciate that. Oh, shit. Can't find my happy place in this room. There's no happy place in this room. There's none to find. I appreciate the effort, but I think we just gotta get through it. But you love it? You love D? Hell yeah, I'm so happy to cross paths with you. I like to bring up D as much as possible. And not that many people have played it. Even fewer people have played D2. You know, because like D, for whatever reason, I don't know why. Maybe it was just because it was, I don't know if it had a good marketing budget. Like I remember seeing it a lot. Like that, the cover art with like the kind of obscured face and like the bleeding tears or whatever, but it's all like kind of black inky. That sticks with me. Like at a young age, I saw that. It's like, I gotta play this game someday, you know? I remember seeing that a lot. I guess because also D2 was a Dreamcast exclusive. But I love talking about that game. But it has not been widely experienced, I would say. I've been thinking about some of the dev stuff they did on D and how we could make the industry function better if we just tried their ideas. Yeah, anything in particular? I didn't know about that one, but I actually play and worked on games for the blind. Did you really? That's awesome. Yeah, it's called Kaze. It's something wind. Real Sound, I think it's called. Real Sound. And it has like a sub heading. And you're basically just like listening to voice acting, like conversations or whatever, and doing button presses to make some choices. That's what I gathered from it. D2 I had a lot of fun with. D is a weird one that I struggled to get into. Yeah, I mean, FMV games, right? They're not... It's not the most compelling gameplay when you're really... Especially now, if you're playing for the first time. D, I just, like... It can be very slow and tedious, but I find... And I guess there's not much to it either. Like, you can run through that game in like an hour and a half. You need to, right? Like, if you take it longer than... Is it 2 hours? Like, you fail. But I just, there's something about that world that I find really compelling. Just like being in that castle hospital. Cool. Throwing up on my dog. Threw up on my dog. Shit. Am I gonna be damaged by this? Or am I just far enough out of it? Okay. I am, but my god. You know the one I saw all the time I regret not buying? Blood Will Tell? I don't think I know that one. Blood Will Tell. Oh, I don't know this at all. Tezuka Osamu's Dororo. Released as Dororo in Japan. 2004 PS2 game released by Sega. Whoa. Okay. Osamu Tezuka? Whoa. I've never heard of this before. I'm going to look into this a little bit more. Have you played this? The company was working on virtual actors. Oh, okay, if that's what you mean, then yeah, I do know about this. Basically, they had an in-company philosophy of naming their character models actors and making asset reuse a feature to reduce dev costs. Right, they did that with Laura. She was going to be the first digital actress, right? Because she's in Enemy Zero and then D2. Laura, yeah. I'm trying to remember the last name. I almost said Laura Palmer, but no, we're not talking about Twin Peaks. I remember the camera being so much worse than this, but no one else seems to have trouble with it. Really, she keeps getting me. I keep thinking I'm out of range, but she keeps smacking me, and then sometimes I end up in the middle of the vomit puddle, and that's what's really doing it. The mermaid sure drank a lot of Mountain Dew. She keeps spitting it out. She reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. This is the secret of the ooze. Makes you feel better. I don't remember any other bosses, so nothing else scarred me. I saw it all the time for $10. Now it's worth hundreds, but yeah, I played it. Okay, I might, if I see that in my travels, I might have to pick that one up. I like aside from the dev cost, I didn't think about that so much. Although, I wonder, like, because, like, D Laura and D2 Laura are radically different, but are you able to, I don't really know how a lot of this works. Like, I've done some 3D modeling and a little bit of sculpting, but just, like, some basic stuff. I have done some humanoid characters. So, were they able to, like, bring over some of those models for D2? Laura Harris, thank you. I'm a fake fan. Fake fan. Because, like, Square Enix was doing the same... Not Square Enix. Square Pictures, right? They had the same idea for Aki Ross for the Spirits Within movie. And they used her, I think, in one other thing. There's, like, this Matrix tech demo that had Aki Ross in it for the Final Flight of the Osiris, I think. I'm trying to remember. I think that they might have pitched that to the Wachowskis, maybe, or Warner Brothers, or whoever. Like, if they were, I don't know how that whole thing went down, but it's like a proof of concept for doing the Osiris. Oh my god, my dog is dead. I'm running out of candy, and this shit just keeps going. And if we're just slightly off, yep, and then she gets me on the escape, and then, yep, back down to just nothing. I guess I'll go for the lollipops. Actually, those heal more than I expected. Ooh, yep, got greedy. Now I'm back to that. Man, it just doesn't take much. I think I actually came into this fight with shorter range weapons since it was higher damage. Maybe I should do that. Okay, I'm trying, like, I have to get up there anyway. Maybe it's time to try a knife. I've actually been only using the pipe for a long time. Alright, let me see if I can... There's a good chance I will be dying and loading a save. Maybe I'll try the knife. I don't know how much was actually reused, but I know that was the theory I read about. That's awesome, I loved her. Oh, for Aki Ross? Honestly, I just don't know if players would be willing to step into realistic budgeted games anymore. I would, but yeah, as a general rule, I don't know. Expectations, right? We're seeing the influence. We're seeing the layoffs and these, like... I mean, it's not sustainable, the budgets these games are working with. And they're not meeting expectations in sales because how could they? Number must go up. Number can't keep going up. I'd like to see the industry move away from that stuff. Like, for those to be, like, very special, unique experiences, but for there to be more room for just lower budget, more creative ideas from smaller teams. Yeah, Aki Ross. Yeah, I didn't have a good time with the knife. Okay, it just drags on way too long. I do a podcast, and we just did a couple months on Final Fantasy stuff. Like, we do adaptations and things like that. We cover sequels, just anything but source material. So we did The Spirits Within. I hadn't watched it in a very long time, and it's like, man, I wish I liked this movie more. There's some cool stuff happening here, but it's just so dull. And it had such an insane budget. It was like years and years of work, and it's like, yeah, for the time, man, look at that hair. Look at her hair. incredible. And it's like all in service of what? What was it all for? I wish it was for more. That was one of the most disappointing theater experiences I've ever had because I was so hyped for that as a kid. I could not wait to go see that movie. I watched the trailer so many times. I was like, that was peak Final Fantasy fandom, and then it just didn't deliver. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Yeah, you're playing Alpha Protocol and Rule Rose. You're weird. I am, and I'm also older, right? My first console was a Super Nintendo. So I've lived through a lot of eras, and I'm always happy to return to an era that I have nostalgia for, right? Like a lot of these games, this game doesn't really feel that old to me. But that's not the case for a lot of consumers. Yeah, Fish and Chips is one of the compilations that will be on Spotify and Apple Music. Nice. I know you've wanted me to upload that one for a while. Yeah, that was, like when you first sent me your music, that's one that really stood out. Wasn't one of my favorites. Yeah, when Dragon Age 2 sells almost as many copies in a month as OG FF7 ever and fails terribly, we've got problems. Interesting, I'll have to take a look. I think Spirits Within could have been a fun game. I made something loosely based on it for a game jam recently. I want to say we were doing like a trivia corner at the end of our podcast, and it was like one of the artists or one of the devs on Mass Effect cited it as a major influence on their work. I was like, oh, I can kind of see that. Like kind of some aesthetic similarities in the tech for parts of that universe. Oh, shit. And I think it had some interesting ideas. I like, the Gaia idea. I like the setup. I think it would, like, it is a more, like, video gamey sort of quest. Like, oh, we gotta track down these various spirits and go to all these different far-reaching locations. You know, it's a good MacGuffin at the very least to get us going, good catalyst, but then they didn't take me to any interesting places. Because the world was so dead, you know? Yep. I'm out of treats, right? I'm out of treats. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I can't even escape in time with this level of health. You know, I can't get out of there. Bye-bye. We can try a knife. See what a knife does. This actually made me feel better. Oh, what did? The mermaid. Did I miss a comment?
Happily ever after.
Oh, the Mountain Dew. It is better just to imagine that it's just sody pop. Kind of like the movie, to be honest. Definitely not great, but I enjoy it. Yeah, it's not a movie I really just wish I liked it more. It's a movie I can watch and like really appreciate the effort and the ambition. And I'm a big fan of Sakaguchi, right? I love his era of helming the franchise. I mean, it's his baby. With a lot of other creators, but, you know, he was a primary creator. I see it, I watch, it's like, oh man, there's so much here, but then I want more out of it. I wish it was a more fulfilling experience. I really do. All right, I just got there last time. Can I remember how I got there? I think I went up a flight and then, yeah, I had to meet you. I think it's over this way. Oh, I didn't get my knife. What am I doing? Right. Everything is a matter of soda perspective. I definitely can see it. I love the mechanic behind Ghost that you need to make solid to fight back. Yeah, a lot of cool ideas there. I like the stakes. I like the stakes. And this idea, like, I like the idea of fighting an alien invasion, you think, and then you realize, like, no, they're ghosts, and basically we got, like, the zoo dropped down to our planet. Like, we've got all of their various... It's not an invading army. It's a bunch of random... a cross-section of that planet's life. I thought that was a great idea. Like, a lot of cool foundational concepts in that movie. But then it's like, when in practice, what is it really? It's like, it's kind of like basically Aliens with some of the exact same story beats. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Clue? Hey. No, I know. Trace the raw smell. Trace the raw smell. God. Well. If we were getting away from the more disgusting aspects of this encounter, we're back. We're back. The raw smell of Mountain Dew, right? That's what you meant? She got Mountain Dew in your eyes. She did. Me too. I'm muting and walking away constantly right now. I'm so sorry. I wish I were better. Have you played this too? No, I don't think Silent Shelf has played this. Place mouse on the replying to text and it will show you the full message. Oh, really? I didn't know that was something I could do. Oh, man. Thank you. I never did that before. No need to scroll. Yeah, thank you. I wish I liked it. It's a feeling I know well. Yeah, I really do. I don't get any joy out of hating things. And I don't really hate much in this world. I usually find something to like in most experiences. But sometimes something really rubs me the wrong way, and just like all that pent up, like, oh, you know, it was ambitious or whatever. Like, it just like unleashes. You know, it floods out. Like, oh yeah, I guess I've been like holding some of this back. Been generous over here, so here's all the negativity. But as a general rule, I don't like living there. What am I doing? Equip, right. I wonder if an ice pick... I feel like I got that more recently. Is that more effective? And maybe it's laid out in terms of, like, increasing strength? Like, if I were to stash my pipe, I think I would have to unequip it first. Okay. I'm just wondering, like, is that going to get sorted to a certain location? That kind of gives me a sense of the hierarchy of these weapons, and at least in terms of their damage output. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the most recent edition. I don't know. Let's take out the ice pick. And steel pipe. Maybe just go up there and... I don't really know how do I run an experiment, though. I have no sense of what's doing what in terms of damage, right? There's no life bar. I don't really know. Is one thing more effective than the other? Nope, so much smarter than me. That last boss fight, the Slurm Factory. It's Slurm. It's Slurm. Okay, we don't need film at the moment. I don't need that. Okay, because I think I have some other food. Do I have? I do. I have a pie. All right, I might be using all of my consumables. I have white chocolate. Oh man, I don't want to use all this stuff. But if this is the boss fight that sticks with you, like maybe if I get through this, maybe if I just get through this, you know, all will be well. Oh, the lollipops. Yeah, do they don't come? No, they do. Yeah. Okay. Hey, chocolate. All the treats are here. We got it all. We don't need that. No Geminis at the moment. No time for that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Maybe just save that so I don't have to do that again. I can actually see that view of the movie. At the bot. Oh, what did bot say? Does bot have a review? Bot has some takes. June seems to enjoy small amounts of safe suffering, so you can play what you can't stand to. Young. Thank you, bot. I have a bad game collection, and there's still only like 4 games I hate this much. Really? What are the other 3? If you feel like sharing, I would be very curious. What pattern or color of fanny pack would represent your soul best? I want to say, I mentioned it earlier, like Saved by the Bell. So like, do you know the show I'm talking about? Again, I'm old. I recognize it. But there's like a bunch of like very like 90s ass like patterns in the opening credits of Saved by the Bell, and I want to say like that kind of stuff, or like stuff that would have been on like a Yikes pencil or folder, if you know what those are. The 90s are the better. Same. Can I tell you what weapon Reddit recommends when I googled how to get over this boss fight? Let's hear it. I would love it. What do the Redditors say? I'm absolutely curious once we're done, just in case I decide to suffer again. Honestly, I have to think. Not all just American. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know if some of these shows got shown internationally. But also, I do reference things that are 3 decades old a lot of the time, so. Yeah, I'm older than you. I started in the NES era. Okay. I wanted to, but my mom wouldn't get me video games for a couple years. I was asking for them. You're not really that old. I know. But sometimes I just like, I'll reference something like, I'm assuming people know that. They probably don't. There's no reason they should. Unless they're my age.
Oh my god, get out of here.
I don't. Okay, hey, you know what? Maybe, right, let's test, let's see. Let's see. Is that better? That might be better. I figured the range was good, and it still might be, but... Huh, alright. That's not a good start. It's not a good start. These don't heal much. Is it enough, though? It is enough. What was the way? Is it this way? You misread. I wrote not just old. You read not old? Not just old, but American. Oh. Yeah. I read what I wanted to read. I read what I wish it said. What can I say? These old eyes, you know? These old eyes of mine. I said you're both old and American. Not that you aren't old. I don't know. I get it now. Oh, it's this way. Okay. All right. So when we do this again, I will make sure to make a right away. Gotta go get those doll legs. It's positive thinking. It is. Be right back. See you on the other side. I wish I could remember the 90s better. My memory is pretty awful. You possess arcane knowledge from a dying empire. People from other parts of the world won't always understand you. Imagine all this lore that's going to be lost. All of these important remembrances of just, I don't know. Inconsequential media experiences. Just a culture, just a bridled entertainment culture. Saturated with all of these things to pass the time and not really enlight or shed any understanding on the human experience or the world in general. But I contain within me so much memory of them. Okay, have we made enough room to at least just get around? Jesus Christ. Seems like a recommended weapon for the mermaid is the cleaver. The cleaver? I don't have that. Cleaver? I have been... Frederick noticed at the end of the last stream that she's got a gun in one of the cinematics. Like, I guess I get a gun, maybe? Should I have that? I would like to imagine this being a lot easier with a gun. Would have to be. Cleaver sounds pretty good. Maybe I should go looking for a cleaver? I don't know, like... I don't mind resorting to a guide at times, so maybe I'll go for that if I can't seem to get her. But I don't know if that's something you can get at any time because the game kind of like moves you along, right? And you lose access to certain areas when chapters end. Can I not even get her with this? Ice pick? At least without, like, I have to get right up on her, maybe? I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, you have to get in smacking range. Okay, so maybe I'm just gonna get one hit. Back to Slurm Room. The Slurm Factory. We're here. It's Nickelodeon slime time. Getting gacked. They also mentioned that speed in a weapon is helpful and lots of food. Okay. Well, we do have speed on this one. Maybe this is gonna be good. Just dart and get one, move on. And just believe I'm doing more damage. And maybe I am. Maybe, because, like, I'm trying to get another swipe in. Cool. And I'm going to be... Yeah, okay. Last pie. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Take my Chevy to the Slurm, and the Slurm was not dry. Alright, yeah, this is, I think this is gonna work. Now I just gotta not do that. Is this fight cinema? I don't know what this is. Again, I think it's an awesome idea, awesome concept. I think in retrospect, once the pain of the moment is gone, I'm gonna be like, that shit was wild. I'm in. But I'm glad I don't have to do it again. Is the dog dead? Dog dead. Dog dead. Brown is down. I have to believe I'm gonna be able to revive him. I'm holding out hope. It might just be denial. I don't really know. There are... Because, like, you need him. You need Brown. But I don't know if you can play the game without using him. You would have to, because, like, items don't appear until he sniffed them out. Okay. Why? This makes me hate it even more. It's a pretty rough moment we're in right now. These are the dark times. We're in the dark times. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of shut-eye. I hope you get it. I probably won't be able to, so I may be back eventually. Well, I love having you, but I hope you're able to get your sleep. Good luck. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Okay. Alright, this is working. This is working. Unless I do that and get greedy. Or get shit. And I'm stuck in the vomit. Cool. Lollipops. Yeah, okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. Yeah, hopefully good night. You know, I can't think of any bad games making me rage this much. Closest I can think of are Ride to Hell Retribution and Steel Battalion Heavy Armor, a Kinect game and one of the few times FromSoft let me down. Oh, I've heard of that. And I think Ride to Hell Retribution got suggested as a potential jank pick for my wheel. But no one ended up doing it. I haven't played those. I haven't played a Steel Battalion game before. I remember that massive controller coming out. That got me very interested as a young kid. Like, that looks incredible. But I've never used a Kinect. I've heard that they do not function as intended. They do not perform like they should. Oh, ads are here. Yeah? Alright. It's disturbing that I don't even think she's a mermaid. It's not just her being wrapped in rope and her feet sticking out sideways. Oh, things aren't like what they are. We're in like, I still don't really know what's going on with this. It's like, kind of like little kid imagination, dream logic kind of shit. I still don't really know like what's real or like, is there like a mass psychosis kind of thing happening here? I don't really know. Are we even like with the airship thing? Like, I don't know if this is just like a very weird game and I should accept it, what it's showing me, and like it's just in a very unique, strange, dreamlike world, or if I should be treating it with like some degree of skepticism and like, oh no, like we're not actually where we are. I don't know yet. But my instinct is to think that like we're all responding to trauma and the nightmare of our situation by concocting these like vast, elaborate sort of fantasy worlds that we're living within. And so like real things from the real world are like taking on like a nightmarish version of themselves to fit in with this like storybook kind of thing. Oh, by the way, Frederick, I read the story that you gave me about the troll who ate himself to death. That was a good read. I can see that disturbing a young me as a kid. Alright. I like to take a quick break every hour since the ads are here. I hate to do it, but actually I don't hate to do it. I don't hate to stand up for a minute in the middle of this. I will be doing that. I'll be right back. I'll be honest, Retribution was just boring, had all the potential, but zero that was actually good. Yeah. She's in fact not a mermaid. The kids are cruel. Yeah. That's the way I understood it? Okay. I'm gonna need you not to beat this fight this round because I cannot handle you moving on without the dog. That's the thing, is like if the dog is actually dead, I can't proceed, but then my god. Like yeah. But can I do it better than this and save my dog as well? I can't even save myself. I know there's a couple comments queued up here, but I'll be right back. See you then. Thanks everybody for hanging around. So that's the way you understood it, but I didn't really understand it. Yeah, part of me is like, that seems like the most likely explanation, but I always kind of hope when stuff gets really wild, this is a PlayStation 3 controller. Too many Vigi games. I'm surrounded by Vigi games. All right, how about this one? There we go. I love when something just has like the courage to just be like, no, I am what I am. Treat it in earnestness. Like, yeah, it defies logic. It's weird. It's just that weird. We're just in that world. Sometimes I just want to be in that world. No like framing device or qualifiers. It is what it is. I read the Troll Tale as well, and read the whole wiki page on sirens. Well, he didn't eat himself to death. That's true. What did I just say? He cut his stomach open so he could eat more. But wasn't it called the Tale of the Troll Who Ate Himself to Death or something like that? I think there's a reason I just said that. He was tricked into cutting his stomach open. Yeah, that's true. That is what happened. It kind of kept me guessing. Maybe it shouldn't have. It might have been obvious, but to me, I was like, oh, is this a story? I thought the way it was going, like, this is going to be a story about hubris, about this kid, like, pushing it until he gets his comeuppance. Like, he keeps getting away with shit, and maybe the troll is going to end up tricking him, or, like, you know, there's going to be a twist, but then there wasn't a twist. He just got everything he wanted and killed the troll. So, yeah. I can't believe I'm stuck in all this slurm. This sucks. This sucks. And look, I'm just gonna stand up and just, yep, there's no escape. You're just here. You're just here. Cool. Oh, great. No, yeah, you just keep coming. Why not? And then, yeah. Yeah, no. Oh my god, just... Okay. Dog's not dead, just sleeping. Just taking a nap. Try not to use more than I need to, because this is everything. This is everything I have in the game. It's all I got. This is so miserable. Jesus Christ. But the Ash lad has a knapsack on under his shirt with his back next to his belly. It can be done. But at what cost?
What in blazes? Just who did this? Who made this mess? Was it you? Go on, tell me. Answer me, Diana. No new mummy or daddy would ever want you if you don't like that. No. I won't be angry. Just answer me.
It's my turn to slurm.
You were in charge after all.
we back in the house? So that answers my question then.
How disgusting. Ugh.
I think that's gonna make it clear, right? It's our imagination.
Oh, now I see.
Because I don't think we've
It was
transitioned
you.
back out of the airship,
it was
have we?
your fault that I got into trouble.
Since we got on it?
Give it here.
Maybe we did.
Oh my, I see a stain. I've got to clean it up, or Mr. Hoffman will be angry with me.
Yeah, so that was just the end of the story? Yeah, okay. I don't think you can possibly keep it not sleeping here. I remember trying. Yeah. The Ash lad who had an eating match with the troll. Oh, so I misremembered the title. Like, I remember what he did. I just phrased it incorrectly. But, it's a pretty relaxing environment for a snooze. Yeah, totally. Nowhere I'd rather pass out and nap than some mountain or some mermaid dew. Mermaid dew. That's a do I don't want to do. Do not do that do. Escaladon always wins. Hubris never leads to his fall. I like it. Yay. Was she sliced open at her nipples as a form of censoring? That is wild if so. This game is genuinely disturbing. It is. It is. Yep. You can sort of see what they were seizing upon when it got banned. Like, and why it had such a reputation. And we're not even done. We're not done. I don't know that I want to save on top of that. I never want to do that again. I never want to do that again. But, God, I hope I don't have to. But I feel like I might really get into a bad spot where I have to do that with using less. Let's hope I don't. But I have just used a lot of stuff. And that's the thing. Like, if I don't have that item that Brown can sniff out, how do we find more consumables? Right now I only have one. No, I guess the candy as well. Like, the candy might lead to more candies, and this might lead to more shortbread. But the other things, like, I got rid of my pie. I can't sniff out any more pies then, right? Because I have no scent to give him. I think. It absolutely is. That's the one thing people love about this game. Can't show nipples, let's just cut them out. Yeah, I forgot that I got banned. Yeah, it wasn't everywhere, but in a few places. Mermaid doll. A slip of paper is peeking out of its tummy. I am yours, even in death. I'm so glad you finally finished that level. That makes, I would say not two of us. Probably that makes all of us. Would anyone like to see that again? Was anyone having a good time? You might be out there. But for this streamer, we're moving on. A long, long time ago, the mermaid princess fell in love with a human prince. I know this one. It ends happily ever after. At least that's what Disney led me to believe. But for years, her love went unrequited. Before long, she was old and decrepit. All alone, even on the day of her death. The poor, poor princess of the Sea Kingdom. Who'd ever want to become an ugly woman like her? I'm yours, even in death. The unlucky girl remembered the promise she made to her dear friend, so she wrote it on the chalkboard. So she'd never forget it, ever again. I forget pretty much everything from here until the last boss. Raise hand. Poor mermaid. Everlasting true love, I'm yours. Important thing to note about Escaladon, he is meant to read as the hero, the moral core of the story. Oh, really? Okay. So, like, using trickery to get the troll to cut open his own stomach. The moral is do whatever it takes to get ahead. Do whatever it takes. Back to October. Rag Princess. Okay, so I think that was the last story in this room. I want to say. It means porridge is just as filling of a dish as they say. It means listen to that rule where it's like don't eat until you're like 100% full, eat until you're 80% full. You should definitely like eat more slowly. Give your body some time to digest what you've eaten so you don't overeat, and then because it can be very painful. You know? You can have too much of a good thing, but also do whatever it takes to make that coin, make that porridge, as it were. Askeladden, the original hustler. Alpha Protocol mindset, hustler mindset. In traditional understanding, Askeladden is often perceived as the carrier of good Norwegian values. And highlighted as a kind of ideal with features such as modesty, adventurous, courage, helpfulness, and idealism. Courage I definitely saw in that tale. Yeah. Helpfulness? Well, I mean, I guess like he did go out, right? Like his siblings got chased away by the troll, but he went out there to get the job done. He was adventurous and clever, right? He was clever. He tricked that troll multiple times. Got him to help with the work and then got him to eat himself to death. No, I keep saying that. I mean, he was in pursuit of eating himself to death, but he cut open his own stomach. That's what did it. Yeah, we just did it. Sure. No bot, no to know. How does that help? A symbol of the Norwegian trapper versus the European farmer. In Norway, fish are always found in the sea, animals in the forest, minerals in the mountains, and oil under the seabed. Askeladd looks and finds, while other countries' heroes build their agriculture and later their industry over centuries of hard work. Cleared stone for stones. Oh, interesting. So, like, characters as sort of encapsulations of, like social structure, their, like, industry, or, like, whether they're an agricultural society or not. That's a cool take on some of that stuff. I like that. Gingerbread. Gingerbread June. Going to June. My kind of month. My kind of month. The gingerbread house. Norway has always valued fishing, hunting, and foraging. We still do. Living in with nature is seen as an ideal. When the unlucky girl awoke, she was in a rose garden. The place was strange but familiar. Looking around, the girl noticed that her faithful companion was missing. The lonely, unlucky girl became very sad. Oh boy, I'm all alone now. How am I going to sniff out scones? I think going foraging is something most Norwegians have done, if not with family, then with their school. Mushrooms and berries. Yeah? So I take it you've done it? I've been mushroom foraging. It was a good time. Tons. What's your favorite thing to forage for? I love foraging. It really activates something deep in my brain. Yeah, it's seizing upon, you know, millennia of our ancestors getting out there and doing that, right? Every year, kids go into the woods with buckets to pick blueberries, or bilberries in English. I guess I've done a good bit of foraging, right? I was lucky to live in a very rural place growing up, so we definitely picked a lot of blackberries. Those used to grow wild around me. I mean, I just saved. Maybe it's fine. You can barely read the faded name on the old mailbox. Gregory M. Wilson. Let's just see what we got right now. Because I think I pulled everything out, didn't I? And that's going to hurt. Yeah, I have no food. I pulled out everything. So I have 1 shortbread, 1 lollipop, and 1 candy. Oh, Jesus. All right. So it goes. So it goes. European blueberry. Yeah, you've sent me these before, I think. I'm going to write berries in Norwegian because I don't reliably know their English names. Yeah, I remember you sending me these. Or I can send this. We're getting closer. Getting closer to blueberry season. I'm excited. Anyone going out blueberry picking? This music is a variation of a very famous song, but I can't remember what it is. Really? I really like it. Biscuit shed? Oh. Shed biscuits? Shed biscuits. Not my favorite, not ideal, but the thick smell of dust and mold fills the shed. Not ideal for my biscuits, but... You know what's worse than moldy biscuits? No biscuits. Are there no biscuits in the biscuit shed? Whoops. The public right is a collective term for rights everyone in Norway has to use outfield regardless of who owns the land. The public right has limited scope and entails a number of obligations. The vast majority of the rules in the public right are in the open air law. In Norway, you have a right to forage on private land, also camping, hiking, etc. Really? Cool. You going foraging for beans? Or are you dreaming about bean shed? What do y'all like, biscuit sheds or bean sheds? I can't believe this. What a tease. What a biscuity tease. I need biscuits. I got nothing. All right, well. I think it truly is full of nothing. The right to roam. Just sewing supplies. Ooh. The ground has been dug up in several places. Ground biscuits? Someone bury a biscuit for later? We can hope. We can believe. Maybe we can just get a shovel? Shovel. Is this for fighting or for digging? Or both? Do we kill with it and then dig the grave? No, we just kill with it. All right. Freedom to roam. You're allowed to camp at least 150 meters away from the nearest inhabited house or cottage. Cool. Canoe mostly where you want. Kayak where you want. Row and sail where you want. Wild berry foraging. Limiting hunting, which seems right. You know, if it involves like potentially dangerous firearms and stuff like that. Definitely want to regulate that. Farming tools are heavily worn. I love the start of the description in Norwegian. Public court is the right that everyone has on another person's property. I dig it. What else we got? The swing is broken. Only one of the rotting ropes is still intact. Aww. No biscuits. Broken swing. This place sucks. Gingerbread house. It's not even made out of gingerbread. Look at this. This is wood. Just lies heaped on lies. What's inside it? It's too heavy to move. You know what it's probably not? Probably not biscuits. I guess it's time to go in. We also have this.
The pea is in the ground, and by Sunday it can't be found.
Emergency law, right? Okay, so the carve out like in emergencies to break. Various laws. Little Soldiers Barracks. So if you are lost in the woods and find a cabin, you have the right to break into that cabin for safety. Oh, hey. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, and I can go in this way. Oh, neat. Okay. Climbing through the window, the girl found herself in a room full of floating toys. The toys wait patiently for their master, even as they slowly decay. Toy Story 5 is a lot darker than the franchise this far. I mean, I get it. They had to change it up at some point before it went stale. Eerie toy soldiers patiently await their commander's return. A creepy old toy figure stares up at the sky. Well, there are other more likely scenarios today. Things like being lost in the woods, freezing to death, etc. are the most common examples used when people talk about the law. Sounds like a good rule. Good law. Toy pilots. Is that our pilot? Whoever's room this was, he must have loved all things that can fly. Not you. You. Okay, so we can't unlock it. A newspaper's on the floor. 21st of June, 1929. Another unexplained disappearance. There has been another mysterious disappearance of a child recently. Following missing children reports on the 7th and the 14th, police are now investigating this case as both a possible kidnapping and a missing person. Local residents are advised not to allow children outside unsupervised and to take caution around any suspicious individuals. What else? Sorry, what was that? I guess nothing? Okay. Another example of how living in with nature is always the first thing we think of. The grand airship gracefully rose into the sky, carrying the dreams of a new era. However, its glory was short-lived and abruptly ended by a tragic accident. She wasn't sure why. But the unlucky girl couldn't take her eyes off the toppled airship. That's the airship. Here it is. It's like at the end of Labyrinth. We go back to Sarah's room and we can see like all the things in her room that her imagination seized upon to populate the world of Labyrinth. We got like the MC Escher print on her wall. We got her stuffed animals. This one's a bit more of a downer than that one, but you know, really we just need David Bowie. If we had a little bit of that right now, the mood would be changed substantially. Alright, so I don't think there's anything to get here. I think I've checked everything. Just knowledge and experience. I guess. Not a single biscuit. Not a single biscuit. Do I not? I don't go back? Really? Okay. No, I do. It's a frequent issue in this game. Like, just not... Like, I'll be right up on an item, but I'll be, like, I don't know, at a slightly weird angle, maybe. It just doesn't register me trying to, like, pick something up or check something. A coat with mud on it is hung in the closet, along with a hat. Okay, if Pyramid Head shows up, we're gonna hide in here. This is where we go when we see Pyramid Head. Gotta watch through the slats. And or Dennis Hopper. Oh, I just thought of another bad enough to bother me game. X-Men Destiny. It's so close to a good game. I don't know if I know X-Men Destiny. X-Men Destiny. I want to say PS2, GameCube, Xbox generation. Let's see. Am I correct? No. Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, DS. They all by Silicon Knights? Oh, as in like, oh, what's the horror game? Eternal Darkness? So I imagine it has some ambitious aspects to it. That would be my assumption. Right, and Legacy Kane as well. And the Twin Snakes, how could I forget? Yeah. Imagine an X-Men Legends kind of game where you create your own character. Okay. God, this music is so much better than the last fight. I can finally eat my egg noodles. Oh man, were you foregoing a meal? It was the right idea to not consume anything during the mermaid battle for sure. And Too Human. I don't think I know Too Human. I do see it here. Oh wait, you brought this up before. That's right. Yeah, but I've never played it. Yeah, this one looks interesting. That was the game that killed the studio because they tried to funnel the money into ED2. Eternal Darkness 2 instead of X-Men? Is that what ED2 is? Too Human is a good pick for next January. Yeah? You want to play, to be honest? I only played the demo and I enjoyed it. Norse Gods, but sci-fi. Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, that's what ED2 is. I've never played the entirety of that game. Just a few hours. I really liked what I played. One of these days I want to go through it. Have you played the whole thing? The cabinet's glass door is too dirty to see through. I played the whole game. It was not great. Too Human. Yeah. I mean, I'm also curious about that. But I meant Eternal Darkness. I'd really like to play that one of these days. in its entirety. The sour smell is coming from the old, rusty refrigerator. I wrote that before you asked. Okay. The unwashed dishes are stacked up and fill the room with a foul smell. Okay, but my only question is, biscuits or no biscuits? A layer of dust covers the shelf. It must not have been used in a while. Yeah? Do we hear any sounds, or is it a silent shelf? Various leftovers are scattered on top of the smelly table. Yeah, you have also played all of Eternal Darkness? Oh yeah? It's great? I thought what I saw was great. I gotta do it. What's another game I played once like 20 years ago? So I can't remember all that much. It seems like a game that I wish I had just experienced blind, you know? Because, like, I know, even, like, when I finally got around to playing some of it, like, I knew the tricks that it had up its sleeve, right? And I wish I could have experienced those organically. All the little, like, you know, tech issues that come up, and it, like, changes your volume and whatever. Like, makes you think that you're... maybe, like, your composite cables are malfunctioning or something like that. Yeah, blind would have been best. Some things, if you don't get there in time, it's too late. Fireplace has not been used in a long time, and the stacked wood is damp. Why is that? Why do we got damp wood in here? We got a leak? Empty bottles and cigarette packs litter the table. I see one cigarette pack. You holding out on me, table? Actually, wait. Is it just one bottle? Yes. One bottle, one cup, glass, and one pack of cigarettes. We're just telling stories over here. The clock has stopped at 6:45. Alright, finally some truth. Finally a truthful statement. You feel a faint warmth from the liquor-stained sofa. Sometimes, you know, you just imagine the tactile feel of sitting on a piece of furniture, and it's visceral. It's a visceral reaction. A beautiful painting of a flower vase is decorating the wall. I was lucky that I played in the era where I'd only read the Nintendo Power review paragraph. Oh, yeah. You read Nintendo Power? I was an EGM subscriber. That was my magazine of choice. Loved EGM. I'm very excited. I think that should be coming soon. I've got the giant Electronic Gaming Monthly tome that they did a Kickstarter for. And that's supposed to be here? I need to check up on that. Are these souvenirs? Even fond memories are now covered in dust. She's seeing double. The hallucinations are getting more intense. Maybe she had a couple sips of that liquor when we weren't looking. Seeing double. They did a great job making this game feel cold in winter. Also just a great forest. Lots of bad forests in video games. Is this Shadows? I'm assuming. Yeah. It's a good forest. I feel cold. Yeah, good forests. I remember, the Blair Witch game. I like that forest. I felt like I was in that forest. Oh, and I'm back at the start here. I've never seen the Blair Witch game. I'd love to. I have a way more positive take on that game than I think anyone else I've ever met. There's a lot of things to criticize in it, but I really liked a lot about it. Looked like a pretty good game, actually. I was surprised. I really felt like I was lost in the woods, but never so lost that I couldn't find my way. But I thought it gave me the sense of what that movie is all about, right? Like just being isolated and lost in the woods and like losing your sense of direction and getting like falling deeper and deeper into it. Felt like I was constantly there, and I felt such an investment in my dog companion too. I thought that was handled really well. And there's like some really cool enemies, like some really creepy monster designs. And there's like a great bit where you have like your video camera and you can see like the infrared, and you're trying to like get a sense of where they are by just like getting close enough to get like, you know, an edge of them. But like if you focus on them entirely, they like get alerted and rush you. And I thought it was a very cool segment, and there was like some good bits like that. But then it did a lot of like scripted stuff with like the protagonist trauma, and I thought that was pretty weak. So it was kind of all over the place. But I remember that experience. There's a lot that sticks with me from it.
Stray dog walks the streets each day, collecting peas as he walks to and fro. Big peas, small peas.
Have to watch a playthrough sometime? Yeah, I think you should.
Come Monday,
How are you with horror games?
on Tuesday, he bags the
I love watching them. Haven't really played a ton myself, but I've dabbled.
he shows the pea to
You might have shared it before. Do you have a favorite?
on Thursday, the pea kicks and
Open question for everybody.
screams. Come Friday, he
Okay, maybe I should be paying more attention here.
come Saturday,
As we're peeking in these doors.
buries the pea outside. The pea is in
Or maybe I've missed a door. Have I gone in here?
and by Sunday,
Is this the kitchen? Lex? What was the question? I missed it. Oh, favorite horror games.
walks the streets
Favorite horror
each day,
experiences.
collecting peas as he walks to and fro. Big peas, small peas, every which kind of pea.
Books, ink, cigarette butts. Plural this time?
Tuesday,
Maybe this time it's true. These are some of the things on the disorganized desk, along with picture frame. These are a few of my favorite things. It's faded in spots, but the picture is of a happy family.
Thursday, the pea kicks and screams. Come Friday, he grinds up.
Alan Wake 2? Should it be horror or horror themed? Well,
The
I didn't really specify. Just Frederick was asking Silent Shelf how she was with
the pea outside.
horror games.
The pea
So I was just curious, like,
crowd.
she's dabbled a bit. Did any stick out? So just,
It can't be
yeah.
found.
Any favorite horrific experiences
Young
in general that stick with you? I really liked watching Until Dawn. I don't know if it's my favorite, though.
Stray dog
Yeah.
walks the streets
I
each
should have known
day,
Frederick's Alan Wake, too.
collecting peas as he
I'm a sucker for horror RPGs, which is why I'm asking.
Big peas,
Oh, really?
small peas,
What's your favorite horror RPG?
which kind of
I went through Sweet Home for the first time last year.
day he finds a
Maybe recency bias, but I love that. It wasn't really scary, but it might have been scary in 1985 or whenever it was. Jennifer found Greg's diary.
the pea.
It was probably later than that, wasn't it? It was probably like late 80s for Sweet Home. Maybe 89. '89. I want to try playing Slay the Princess sometime. Not really horror, but seems interesting. PM was recommending that. I'd like to check that out. You think that's horror? Check out La Place, or maybe La Place, Noma on SNES. It's the worst port of the game, but the only one in English. I've never heard of this either. Whoa, okay. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, so La Purasu. La Purasu Noma. La Place is Demon. La Place is Demon. 87 for the PC 8801. Then ported to the Super Famicom. And, oh, so there's a PC Engine version? Cool. Part of the Ghost Hunter Dungeon Crawler series, which includes Kurokishi no Kamen for 3DO. Ooh, have I seen this? No, I haven't. Whoa. I have a 3DO. I got a 3DO last year and got Dr. Hauser. I still need to play through it. I meant to do it at Halloween, but then I got so backed up that I didn't get to it. And we got Lovecraft. Okay. Whoa. Man, you keep the great recommendations coming. I've never heard of a couple of these games you've mentioned, and I'm so interested now. Thank you so much. I can't even read Japanese, but I've done them all and even have the board game. Oh, wait, you can probably read Japanese. You can probably do any of them. My Japanese is not great, but I am working at it. I've been getting through a couple of games in Japanese. I've been doing the Tokimeki Memorial series, but that's like, daily vocabulary and like high school life. I did play Harry Potter in Japanese, but a lot of things are pretty clear, like what I was supposed to be doing. So just enough to know where to go. I'm home. How did Michael Thornton end up? Took no prisoners. We ended on a boat. So, full circle, The backstory, he fell off a bass boat, got amnesia, bumped his head, washed up, became a secret agent. We just got right back out on the water like we were meant to be. Just that beard and those shades and that bucket hat, riding off into the sunset. All was well, happy ending. Nothing bad happened. Nobody died. And SNES is a fair starting point. Yeah, I'm going to look into those. Thank you. I'm going to keep these tabbed up here, as well as Blood Will Tell. Who did you romance? Nobody, really. We saw those cutscenes. That was not romance. That was very awkward. The last one was Scarlet. I don't know. It was like robot arm, like out, and then just like her sliding closer to Michael Thornton. Yeah, but I guess we did have a sexy scene. It ends before any sexiness, but I had one with her and then also Madison. Yeah, but I don't think there was really any romance. I got a trophy for like having so many people hate me at the same time, so gotta get those trophies. Sunday, June 1st, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Monday, June 2nd, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Tuesday, June 3rd, cloudy, weeding again. Tomorrow I'm thinking of taking my son Joshua with me out to the fields. Wednesday, June 4th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Thursday, June 5th, rain in the afternoon. Weeded the field again. Joshua isn't feeling well, so I worked in the fields alone, as always. Friday, June 6th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Saturday, June 7th, rainy, weeding again. Tomorrow morning, I'll go into town and sell peas, so tonight I must make preparations. It is a busy day indeed. Sunday, June 8th, clear skies. I went to market and sold peas and carrots. I had hoped to be able to feed Joshua something nutritious, but sales were not good, so I was not able to buy much. Monday, June 9th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Tuesday, June 10th, clear skies. Joshua has been misbehaving. He went out and ate sweets out of the cupboard without permission. Wednesday, June 11th, cloudy. Weeding the fields again. It was a bit chilly today. I'll have to give Joshua a blanket so he won't catch a cold. Thursday, June 12th, cloudy. Joshua is under the weather. He had a slight fever, so I fed him some hot pea soup. And got his quips. Michael Thornton looks like he lets the shampoo wash down his body and calls it a day. Then drowns himself in axe. That's about right. It's about right. I mean, you gotta lather up so much to get that beard wash that there is enough for the rest of the body. Repost. Ever hear of Sally Face? That game was pretty cool. Oh, did I miss a comment? Oh, I did. I'm sorry. And I got so caught up on Laplace, right? I don't think horror has to be scary. You can experience horror in other ways. That's true. Yeah. I agree. Did I see some of this game? I want to say, like, there's a streamer I like, and I think she might have been playing that one. I think I've seen the thumbnail art for sure. I can visualize it. But I might be confusing it with a different game that has a similar aesthetic. But did you play that one? Or did you watch it? I ran that as drowns himself with an axe. If only. That's the fate that Thornton deserves. If only. That's honestly something he would say. Bloodbath. I can't decide whether to laugh or ouch. Got any animal crackers? Can't sleep? I'm sorry to... I mean, welcome back. I'm glad to have you, like I said, but I'm sorry to see you back if you can't sleep. Well, maybe a bedtime story? Maybe a bedtime story here? I'm sure this will be pleasant. Seems to be going in a pleasant direction. Friday, June 13th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Saturday, June 14th, cloudy. Planted peas in the ground. Sunday, June 15th, rainy. I spent the day in my room drawing a picture book for Joshua. I'm sure he'll enjoy this one. Monday, June 16th, cloudy. Today I cleaned out the barn. Joshua told me he liked my latest story. Nothing pleases me more than to see my son happy. Tuesday, June 17th, cloudy. Barn cleaning again. I've been neglecting the fields, so they're in a bit of a mess. I must drive the insects and mice away. Wednesday, June 18th, clear skies. I did weeding today. The weather was beautiful. A great day to work the fields. Thursday, June 19th, clear skies. More weeding. I wanted to take Joshua out with me to the fields, but his coughs were getting worse, so I had him stay in bed. Friday, June 20th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Saturday, June 21st, clear skies. Planted peas in the ground. Sunday, June 22nd, cloudy. I thought of a good idea of a story. I'm going to take a day off from the fields and concentrate on refining it. Hey, remember that time we found that that lore, that 50 pages of lore in Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare? Remember that? We have a new rival. A new rival has entered the arena. Monday, June 23rd, clear skies. I did weeding today. Joshua told me he liked my latest story. There's nothing I love more than seeing his beaming, happy face. Tuesday, June 24th, clear skies. Weeding again. Feels great to work the fields on such a fine day. Wednesday, June 25th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Thursday, June 26th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well. Hey, I'm Teddy. Nice to meet you. I put most people to sleep with my gripping personality. You mean you hate to be a woman wrapped in rope in the shape of a mermaid who spits Mountain Dew at perceived predators, but you couldn't sleep? You have Mick in your name, so you're automatically well-textured. That's a good nickname. When was the last time you owned a fanny pack? Pre-K on a hike? What happened on that hike? You lost it on that hike? Did you lose your fanny pack? Pre-K hike. As a teacher who has worked pre-K, I cannot imagine taking those little humans on a hike. All right, it's enough to take them down the hall to use the restroom. Friday, June 27th, clear skies. Today I weeded the fields. Work went well.
Wednesday,
Happy ending.
He shows the pin to his son.
I don't think I lost it, but I can't remember ever wearing it after that. It was with my family. Oh.
Screams.
Oh.
Come Friday.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I guess just the fact, like, when you phrase it as pre-K, I was, like, imagining, like, an early childhood education class, just, like, taking all the kids on a hike. Like, well, it couldn't have been much. It was probably at a park or something, but still, it's like, you know, that age. It's herding cats. Don't want to take them anywhere. Don't want to take them anywhere.
Good night.
Last time I had one was at a musical festival. My friend and I stabled it to a stick while on hallucinogens. The fanny stick was beautiful. Fanny stick. A fanny branch.
Come Monday, he finds a pea. Come Tuesday, he bags the pea.
Here in Norway, wait, oh no. Here in Norway, kids go on hikes regularly in kindergarten.
To his son.
Yeah, pre-K kids are wild to travel with. I think it's great for kids to get out and see nature. I don't want to be the one
Come
taking them.
Friday, he
I know
binds up the pea.
what it takes.
Come Saturday,
I know what it's like
buries the pea
to be the adult
outside,
in that situation, and it's a pain in the ass.
and by Sunday,
Oh, the basement. Oh, I haven't been down here at all. Okay. Oh god. The basement.
young pea, stray dog walks the streets each day, collecting peas as he walks to and fro. Big peas,
Boxes of what
small
appear
peas,
to be grain are
every
stacked
which
haphazardly.
kind of pea. Come Monday, he finds a pea. Come Tuesday,
I took 3 and 4-year-olds to a fish hatchery once. Thank God there was a playground. Welcome home. It's almost bedtime for you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good night, Joshua. When I was in kindergarten, I took my kindergartners. We went on a couple trips. I think the most fun we had was at the science museum, the local science museum. That was a really good time, but still stressful, very stressful, and yeah, gotta have just like eagle eyes at all times, just watching everything, everyone, everywhere, keeping track of a lot. No time to eat lunch or do anything. Look under the blanket. Ooh, let's not jump to that. Wait. That's just kindergarten here? Yeah, right. Oh, when is pre-K? We don't have that term here. Right. Yeah. Pre-kindergarten. Yeah, same thing here. Like, I mean, we have Youtians and Hoikuens. So like nursery schools versus kindergartens, but we still have the range of like some places actually start at 2. That's why I occasionally have 2-year-old classes, but usually like 3 to 6. So like 3 years of kindergarten, all in one building, but just like subdivided grade levels within that. My little sister is the most well-behaved kid I've ever seen. I feel very fortunate. Yeah. How old's your little sister, if you want to share? Kindergarten starts at like 1-year-old here. I misread that so bad. I thought I saw kindergarten charts. Well, I've seen those. If you've worked kindergarten, you've, yep, you have experienced those. I'm familiar. Yeah, I know. A boy's shirt, pants, and shoes have been neatly laid out on the bed. Oh, I shouldn't be surprised by this. For some reason, Jennifer felt a sudden pain in her chest. Ads in 1 minute and 50 seconds. Can I get that teddy bear? Maybe if I keep jostling this about. Here it comes. Hey, all right. No, those are doll legs. Although, what if we just get down here and start acting like the neighbor kid, Sid from Toy Story, and just like, I don't know, put the doll legs on the teddy bear. Make some really just like heinous concocted, like, you know, like the doll head on the erector set, like arachnid legs and all that shit. We could do that. I think the moral of Toy Story was you always get away with stuff like that. There's no consequences to pay for behaving that way. I don't know why I'm still... I can't drop this? Oh, shit, because I don't... No, wait. There's no reason. Yeah, okay, I can still drop stuff. Okay. I was thinking, we're not on the airship. Like, maybe we can't do that thing where we drop it. It just appears in the item bin anymore. But no, we still have access to those. Those are here. Teddy bear. If you teach kids, you're basically going through parenthood. Yeah. No, I've been a parent. I've been going through parenthood for a very long time. Very long time. They just keep showing up each year, and they're still the same age, you know. An adorable teddy bear with a green ribbon tied around its neck. Adorable. That thing is so adorable. So cute. Right then, the trapped unlucky girl heard a gentle voice. I came just like I promised. It looks... Oh, shit. Stay there. I'll help you out. I missed it. She's currently 11. She was born when I was 25. It's a great age. From the year you turn 1 to the year you turn 6 is kindergarten. And from the year you turn 6 to the year you turn 13 is barnaskol. And 13 to 16 is ungdomsskol. 16 to 19 to 21 is vidige. Yes, that one. This is interesting to think about. I've taught longer than some of the parents have had kids. It's always odd, but in a way that makes me feel, oh, I really just had to wait. I thought I would have to trigger something, but no. It's always odd, but in a way that makes me feel knowledgeable when they ask for advice as someone with no kids, and I don't want kids of my own. Yeah. That's true. It is nice to sort of like have those moments. I get those too. Where like, oh, you're seeking out my advice on something? Right? You know, I guess I am a professional. It's still weird for me to think of myself that way in any capacity of anything, but you do something long enough, you learn a few things at the very least. No matter how many you educate, they never end. They just keep, they keep just coming down the pipe. People keep having kids. Which is good. Because I have a job. It kind of requires them to exist. And I like doing it. The experience comes in handy for sure. Skipped a few messages, did I? Oh, wait, I did. Wait. You doing the I get older, they say the same age thing, but you actually hate it? Oh, no. Not that. Not that. Not that. I'm not. No. No, actually, I like the grade levels I teach now. Elders are rather than creepy. Never any prison for children. I mean, that is a funny angle. I do like that. But, ads are going. I should get my laundry out of the dryer. Yeah. You're almost going to let me lap ya. Perfect timing. Might finish another game before laundry's done. I don't know if I'm close. Might be a while. We might have another mermaid-esque boss encounter. Who knows? I gotta believe that no. But wishful thinking. I guess we'll find out after some commercials. I'll be right back. See you then. See you then. See you then. Sorry, I forgot. I did it again. I just left multiple
You want stars?
soundtracks layered over one
I'll give
another.
you stars.
Oh, hey! Perfect timing. Just back in time. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, Game Horde Game, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Just leaving a bunch of noise for y'all as I stepped away. What were you playing? How'd it go? Split Fiction. I need to play that. How was it? Seriously, thank you. Glad to have y'all. Trickster God gives you knowledge of all things in exchange for you educating all the kids. The trick being that they're always new kids. Yeah, that's a very funny idea. I like that. It's like, oh, I'll be out of this in a few years. I'll raise them all, educate them all. They'll grow up, become adults. Job done. But every year, more are born. You realize what a Faustian bargain this turned out to be. They just keep coming. It's actually incredible. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I played a few hours of It Takes Two and really enjoyed it. And I hear it's better than that. Yeah, I had to take my break dance break. You know how it is. Break dancing. I'll keep a lookout, so come right away. We're playing Rule of Rose on the PlayStation 2. A very, very weird, disturbing, intense, frustrating, unique horror game. A newspaper clipping is pinned up. 23rd of June, 1929. Luxury airship missing. England's largest luxury airship, which just set sail on its Virgin flight. A flight celebrated across the country with great fanfare, was reported today to have gone off course and is currently missing. It is speculated that the vessel diverted from its course to avoid a low-pressure system approaching from the south, but its whereabouts are still unknown. Due to the heavy thunder and rain that have blanketed the area since yesterday, the search for the airship has faced many difficulties. I wonder if that's the origin for like this sort of shared fantasy world that all the kids are in. Like, oh, we're on an airship. Like, did they see those news articles and like the way they're responding to their trauma and their abuse is like, we like to imagine that lost airship floated our way and we were able to like stow away on it, catch a ride out of here on that thing, commandeer it. Is that what's going on? And that's why we all like were believing we were on an airship off to a better place.
You want
Have you ever-
stars? I'll give you stars.
What a blessed stream and moment. Hello, Epic Brewers. Welcome in. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. What were you streaming? How did it go? Split Fiction? Were you playing with Game Horde Game? Is this a related raid? Have you ever done a podcast episode about pop culture or gaming food tie-ins, like the Pokemon pasta in a can? Would be really hard to review, but could lead to funny discussions. That's a good idea. Huh. Yeah. You know me with no sense of smell. Like, I would have, like, the worst... I would have a hard time describing anything. I have the worst palate imaginable, but it's a funny idea. But maybe that's an interesting dimension to that idea. It is an adaptation of it's not this, the source material. Double raid. Was streaming with Game Horde? Okay, glad to have you. Thank you so much for the raid. How did you enjoy Split Fiction? I'm just saying, I've played a little bit of It Takes Two, but I haven't played that one yet. But I need to check it out. Looks great. This would kind of fit with Source Not Found. It would. And it would be a fun, like, sort of, not filler episode, what do I want to say? Like, lighter lift. You know, there's no book to read or game to play through. We just eat some foods and talk about them. It's great so far. Glad to hear it. It looks super cool. I like the sort of conceptual idea there of like different genres, right? That's what's going on, isn't it? Is it two writers and you have a sci-fi writer and a fantasy writer? Is this? Do I have this right? Because I haven't really seen too much on it. Just kind of like general positive thoughts. Great sets and puzzles, good time, very good game mechanics that constantly switch. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that all sounds great. Let's run away before the man comes back. Before we go, we should find that dangerous thing and take it with us. It's for his own good. The dangerous thing? Cleaver? No, wait. I should have gotten the cleaver already because I could have used it during the mermaid battle you were saying. So, gotta probably have to give up that dream. Maybe a gun. Sci-fi and fantasy? Nice. There was a cat outside. Had to go see it. Yeah? How was it? The backyard looked more like it was raised rather than plowed. Wow, is that what he's talking about when he's just get like, cause every day is like, and it was after a while like his journal. Like Thursday, we did the garden again. Friday, we did the garden again. So he's just out there like ripping out any bit of life in the garden. So it's just dead. There's nothing left. I'm fine now. Let's go, shall we? Very cute, yellow brownish looking cat with these pale green eyes. Very regal looking. Nice. Another possible episode could be based around weird, obscure TCG games based on franchises. That's a good one. We did a little bit, like, not quite that, but we did Wingspan, the engine builder card game based on birds. You know, like populating different biomes with birds and like setting up like a nesting cycle and trying to... What is the actual goal? Is it more birds than your opponent, or maybe more eggs? I'm trying to remember actually how you win Wingspan. I haven't played it in a while, but something like that. Maybe it's just point-based. Camped on our doormat and we were stuck outside for a good 5-10 minutes. So you haven't seen this cat before? Oh, we're leaving the gingerbread house. Thank you so much for following. Glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. What kind of games do you like other than Split Fiction? You been playing anything else recently? I should save. It's been a little while here. And probably one of these first slots, like there's no way I'm going that far back. The only idea I would be playing with now is like redo the mermaid encounter if I really had no... Like it would have to be like a Fatal Frame 1 situation where I got to the end of that game and just could not get through it without more consumables and really had to go back. But I gotta believe that things won't get that dire. It knows us all, but it only met me a month ago for 2 seconds. Oh, really? So weird the browser wouldn't let me follow. Had to do it on a mobile. Weird. Huh. Well, thank you for doing so. Glad to have you. I think he extra likes me a lot. Little guy's name is Obi. Yes, with a B. Climbs on my legs whenever I kneel over. Doesn't do that with anyone else. That's a well-textured name for a cat. Yeah. We play a bunch of co-op games. Lately doing a repo, but I play a lot of different games. I've been seeing a lot of people play that. I did watch a stream of it a little bit with some streamers I like. They were doing a collaboration stream. Looks like a lot of fun. He's a very well textured little fella indeed. Yeah. Oh, going back. So Regal on attitude, but loves to chat out on grass. Loves to chat out on grass? Is that a sign of some kind of health condition? I want to say like when dogs do that, that's a sign that something's up, right? Yeah, Repo's fun. Or, thank you, bot. Yeah, Repo's fund. Fund? It is about getting money, so yes, it's about funds. Gaining funds. Thank you, bot. I'm so glad. Now we can always be together. Say, I have a favor I wanted to ask. Will you trade your teddy bear with my brooch? Hehe, I'm so happy. We should give him a name. How about Joshua? Joshua, yes, that's a wonderful name. I'll cherish him as much as I cherish you. So let's renew our pact. Everlasting true love, I'm yours. They do it to help digest, apparently. I know it's kind of bad when dogs do it a lot, but not sure about cats. That's what I was wondering. Shit, I've got to redo the guitar solo in Serotonin and Crackers tomorrow with my electric. The acoustic one sounds awful after a re-listen. Yeah. How about you? Do you play retro mostly? Mostly, yes. At least on stream here. And these days, most of my gaming is done on stream. I like everything. I kind of just go wherever I feel like going. But I do have a lot of love for like mid to late 90s through like the early aughts is probably the generation I hang out in the most. So on like consoles like PS1 and 64 up through like the Dreamcast and the PS2. I like a lot of that stuff. But whatever looks interesting. Did I just save? Just goldfish memory. It's gone. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes what I like to do is like if there's something coming out and I haven't like engaged with a series before, like I did this with Armored Core when Rubicon was coming out. I went through all the generations of Armored Core. Not every game, but like the majority of them. I did it with Alone in the Dark as well. Went through almost all those games. I didn't get to the 2008 game. Just ran out of time. But I like going through series or developers or creators. I kind of like looking at like a cross-section of their work over time or something like that. I think that's really interesting. You missed out on the 360 era, right? That's the time in my life where I did the least amount of gaming. Yeah, so there's a big gaping black hole there. Big backlog there. That's Retro Note 2. It is. October 1930, Rag Princess Sews. We're back on the airship. Oh boy. This is an emergency. Joshua the bear is missing. Search teams are on the lookout. The person who finds him will receive a red crayon and will be invited to join the Aristocrat Club. Red Crayon Aristocrats. Brown! Brown's back. Brown's back. I never had a PlayStation growing up, but I played a lot across Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation most of that time frame. Yeah. 360 was a great time in gaming. Still miss my N64 though. Yeah, that was a great console. I had a lot of fun with that one. Yeah, 360. I was doing a lot of stuff. Like I was in college for a lot of that generation. That's when I was doing a lot of music. I used to play in a band. So I just wasn't playing a whole lot of games. So I missed a lot of stuff. But it's fun. I get to play all that stuff now. Future me is very happy to have so many first playthrough experiences still waiting to be had. Brown. So this is where things are gonna get really dire. I don't really have a lot for you to sniff out anymore, you know? Oh, I can't even. Maybe that's. Okay, wait. Yeah. I guess keep this equipped too. I think I was having more luck with this than the pipe. I mean, that's how I beat that boss. I don't know if it was just like. I also took more consumables that time, but.
Go.
Okay, yeah, we need to sniff out lots of treats, buddy, because we got nothing left to heal with. When are you finishing Sonic, by the way? I believe Sonic was finished. I distinctly remember seeing credits. Defeating a final boss. The game is over. I beat the Sonic the Hedgehog game with Sonic the Hedgehog, the character. I believe there's nothing left to do after this. 360 came out after I graduated high school, I think. Yeah. You get to play Sonic's like 06. Classics like Sonic 06. I do. I get to have those experiences as well. Yes. Yes. I was thinking, I don't know. I mean, I can play for. I don't really have a defined time for like how long the stream's going for today, but I was hoping like maybe finish this game, and if so, anyone that's not been hanging out for a while, we're playing a lot of games off of this wheel. I have to spin it one more time, right? I have one backlogged wheel spin, I believe. I think I did the other two, right? Because one was The Witcher and one was Alpha Protocol. And we got to move some of these Sonic picks over to other games to spread them out. And then I'll be taking Rule of Rose and Alpha Protocol off of this wheel. And I'll just put those picks onto a different game as well. And then I think we'll spin it. And do the jank. The final jank. The final jank stream this week. And we'll never jank again. Until we hit the bit goal. And then we're right back to janking. 24-hour stream? Yeah, no, maybe not. I really love the 360 era. It got me through the hard times of middle and high school. No more janking off. Ooh, VIP room. Hopping on the latest COD title. Raging, going back to normal. Sleep, hanging out at school. Rinse and repeat. I guess I was just doing that with different consoles. Because I've always played games, just times in my life where I didn't have a lot of time for it. So even in college, like, was managing to get in a couple games, but was still mostly, I guess, playing on older consoles, maybe like PS2 and stuff. That sounds great, though. Did you just read COD or COD is COD? I don't know. Yeah? COD? As in the fish? You really did miss out on the 360 era. I am so... As in the fish. Look. Yeah. That's the way that the true fans refer to it. You didn't know that? I mean, I don't think you're not in the know. COD. Call of Duty. Yeah? You know? Not COD. I'm talking about eating fish. I'm talking about video games. I need you to keep... Okay, so you're gonna try to keep getting in there. What if you sniffed a candy?
Go!
The old... World at War? Or Black Ops and Modern Warfare?
Go!
I've played a Call of Duty game, I think exactly 3 times maybe. And each experience was like maybe 10 minutes. I don't really know those games. I switched to, oh, is it Battlefield? Battlefield. Slightly after, Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 were a big part of my last 360 years. Yeah. Played Call of Duty 3 on Wii. How was that? When you open the door, you are greeted with a wonderful scent. Well, that's a nice change to the things we've been smelling and seeing. Yes, it was the fresh scent of the first snow of winter. The cool and crisp scent drifts about the room. Nice. And how about the scent of shortbread and candies? It was textured. That ellipsis seems to be doing some work. Got into Bad Company too late. Every lobby was full of level 40s and on, with all the cool guns and damage boosts. Come on, you read BF is beef? Fake gamer. Beef. Beef and COD, right? Fellow gamers. How do you do, fellow gamers? Are you beefers or are you CODers? Are you pescatarians or are you proper carnivores? This is a joke, by the way. You don't call it beef. Joke's on you. No, yes, the true fans do. Do you not know that? BF takes way too long to say. It's beef. Beef. And also because things get pretty heated in those matches, and you might end up beefing with other players, you know? So it's like a layered word, term, multiple meanings. COD on Wii with the motion controls. That sounds like an experience. Doesn't say COD, doesn't say beef. Got into the Bad Company 2 beta, and that basically switched me from COD to beef. Boyfriend. All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's save over here. Not you. Not you. Trying to check that. That's nothing. Okay. No goodies. But Brown, didn't you want to bring me in here? It's not here. It must be a room in between these two rooms. Okay. Same with this, I assume. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I play racing, sim, platformer, whatever I enjoy. Nice. I like having a diverse gaming diet as well. Just whatever looks good and fun. Let's do it. Lots of good experiences. Okay, we're not going that way. So, I've been looking at this secret little door panel here, and Brown's barking at it, but I don't know how to get in there. I gotta say though, I miss all those times when my little 13-year-old ass self would hop on the COD, stomp a lobby full of grown men, and they'd tell me stuff like, "You have no life." Yeah. 13-year-old me, yes, I will get a job at 13 and not go to school. That's something I didn't really get to experience in real time, was the chaos of very toxic live like chat lobbies and games like that during their heyday. It's probably better for my general mental health that I didn't. Alright, moving on. The Aristocrat Salon. Grew up with Doom, Quake, Unreal, and PC, Age of Empires, SimCity, StarCraft, and Warcraft games. Nice. I had to play a lot of consoles growing up, so some of those games I really got into. Some of them I just got to play at friends' houses, but I did have the Super Nintendo SimCity port. Really enjoyed that. And then Quake 3 I got to experience by way of the Sega Dreamcast, which is not ideal, but I didn't know any better. Thought it was amazing. And I guess Quake, the original Quake I played on N64. Yeah. I was never fazed by that sort of thing. It was just kind of funny, if anything, at least to me. That's good. Oh man, the Dreamcast. Yeah, you might see it behind me. A favorite of mine. This is a special time. Very special console. Think about a 20 to 30 plus year old man hopping on a shooting game, getting beat by a guy half their age and still in school, and the guy starts exploding when everyone else is chilling. Yeah, it's very funny to me, actually. First console I bought myself was OG Xbox. Yeah, that's cool. For me, it was the Dreamcast. The other ones had been like gifts, but that's the one I actually saved up all year and had pre-ordered and worked for to buy it on launch day. I think it's the only console I've ever gotten on launch day, like walked out of a store on launch day with a box, like in one game, but just a bunch of stuff under my arm. It's very cool. Yeah, family console gifts. Same, you haven't gotten to the good games. Hey, Dr. Frosh, what's going on? Yeah, we're still working our way towards good games again. Someday. Almost ready for those Mega Man games you requested. The good games, right? The good Mega Man games. Everyone's favorite. X7. Wait, an Atari 1600? Oh, wow. Cool. And NES when I was young enough to remember? Yeah? I didn't have any Atari experience growing up, really. Did you enjoy it when you were younger? That's one of those things, like, if you didn't grow up with it, it's pretty hard. That's an era that's pretty hard to go back to, the Atari. A lot of those for me as well. Quake on N64, Unreal on PC, AoE, SimCity, StarCraft. First console that was mine, not family console, was Xbox. By good, I mean X6 and X7? Yeah, right. No, we're on the same page. The wise-looking princess said, "The princess was very fond of Sir Joshua the Bear, so her highness is rather displeased by this incident. The culprit who stole Sir Joshua will be severely punished." Shit. There's one game, it was called Tank on Atari. You were a square fighting other squares, hiding behind Triangle Mountains. Nice. The thing is, like, I don't, like, for me, such rudimentary graphics aren't really even the thing. I think I need to explore more of that library, because I just really haven't I haven't had much experience. I did stream the E.T. game about a year and a couple months ago. It was last January. And that was probably, like, sitting down and trying to get through that game was probably my most extensive, like, attempt to really play an Atari game for any extended period of time. But, like, I was just thinking, I played, like, a couple of the really early, like, CRPGs and, like, some dungeon crawlers, like a Calabath and stuff like that, like the Ultima Precursor. And, like, you on the world map or whatever, I want to say, is it just, like, M for mountains? Are they just, like, letter characters? I'm trying to remember now. If not, it's like very rudimentary graphics, and then like wireframe dungeons. But I found the gameplay really interesting and fun, and like mapping the dungeons, and so that was fine. I could get into it. Nothing in here either, huh? All right, moving on. The lonely princess is sleeping quietly. Traces of tears shimmer around her eyes. Oh, something like Cataclysm or Dwarf Fortress with the letters for actual visuals? Maybe. I haven't played those, but, or like Rogue does this as well. I guess if it's anything like that. Drawing of large fish. ASCII. I have trouble saying that. Graphics. Yeah, that's what I should be calling it. I checked this one? I think I just went in the library, right? Reminds me of MS-DOS. Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely in here. Oh, right. Okay, there was a door behind her. Yeah. I didn't see it. Our age is showing. I've stopped trying to hide it. There's no saving me. Might as well just be who I am. It's all interesting though, right? It's cool to hop around and just check out. I mean, it's my favorite medium of entertainment and like as an artistic medium, like video games. And I think we're in a really special position, a lot of us, to have seen it almost from its conception. Like, you know, maybe not as many of us were like alive or playing, you know, the first things back in like, even if you want to go back to like, is it Space War, I want to say? Or like some of those things on the Plato. But from really early on, like, can see like a medium, an art form, like unfold before our eyes every year, like develop and the technology grow and expand and have a pretty good chance of like seeing a good portion of it, right? Like it's very hard to go back even for like movies, which aren't like that much older in the grand scheme of things, and like to try and watch the history of film, right? And it's like there's so much to do there. But if you've been playing since you were a kid, you can see a good bit of it. It's cool to explore. Why would someone steal something so precious to the princess? Why? Gotta go through all the generations of it. Yeah, I've been very lucky. I feel like I was born at a good time, like, to see a lot of it. In a time where, like, I think that generation was very good. To start it with, like, the start with the Super Nintendo was, I feel very lucky for having that. That's a great first console, in my opinion. What just Brown? Can we not get it? Yeah, Brown doesn't know what to do either. It just dropped off the shelf, right? Sometimes, yeah. You just gotta be at the right angle, but it usually kind of shimmers if you can get it. I guess that's nothing? What? Weird. What is it? Brown? What you got? Nothing. Nothing. Alright, how about this? I will still stand on this hill. 80s and 90s movies were better than most movies now. I like that era. I disagree. There's so much trash from every era. We look back at the good stuff, but there was so many god-awful movies. That's very true. I can't really compare because I don't really watch a lot of movies these days. So I don't know the ratio of good to bad. There was a lot of trash though, you know. I guess like you if you break it down in terms of genre, maybe it's easier to think about that way. Like I do think the look, the texture of like a lot of those 80s fantasy movies, like I don't think anything I've seen in recent years quite compares to those. But maybe other genres. Bark, 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 bark. For every RoboCop, there were 10 shitty RoboCop copies. RoboCopies? I'm sure Joshua will like the story I wrote for him. Alright, dude, nice meeting you. Gotta run, though. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following. Hope to see you again. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And thanks again. I'll keep an eye out next time I see you live. Right on. Hope to see you. I think one thing that like got better and then got worse and then got better again, I think would be comedies. I want to say like the early aughts. I think that's the worst time for comedy. I think those are some of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like all that like I think the post-American Pie stuff, you know what I'm talking about? Like Road Trip and all that shit. That's about as bad as it got. We can drop this. For every American Pie, 50 shitty copies. Just so many shitty copies. It was all like, everything was just like, hey, you know that one outrageous scene in that movie? Well, now we've got like 30 other similar movies with not really much to recommend them, but hey, we got one. It's so outrageous. It's so outrageous. You got to see it to believe it. Is it funny? Is it clever? No, but it is certainly outrageous. What else can we drop here? Should I be... Yeah, maybe I should get him sniffing the legs. I didn't use those to search for anything, but that was in the previous segment. Maybe I should have. This is... I still can't drop this. Why is that? Why do I got to carry this thing around forever? I don't get it. And that's... All right. Well, we can drop this. I will agree that if we limit ourselves to specific genres, then some genres are better or worse in different eras. Yeah, I think that's true of just like any art form, you know. And it might just be personal preference, but like whether it's painting or photography or whatever, like we have periods we like, you know. Do you like surrealism or impressionism or, you know, classical eras? And so same with film, right? There are certain aesthetics or textures or trends that speak to some of us. In particular, romantic comedies are dire at the moment. I can't even really tell you the last one I saw. Comedies in general, but especially the romantic kind. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw a good one, to be honest. Once upon a time, there was a girl who sewed rags day in, day out. The stench of the rags seeped into her clothes. Her stepsisters wore beautiful dresses and went to the ball. The girl stayed at home, and her jealousy festered. One day, a fairy godmother came, cast a spell upon the girl, and said, "Sew yourself an ash gray dress. Then you can go to the ball like your stepsisters." The girl patched together the sooty rags, and that's how she became the Rag Princess, a very stinky princess indeed. She stunk up the whole town, in fact. No girl who stunk so would be allowed into the ball. I'll make that girl wear this awful dress myself. And thus the Rag Princess and the girl in the rag dress became play pals. Movies are too ironic. Earnest, sincere romance and comedy isn't done anymore. Yeah, I think that's a big contributing factor. I would agree. Modern movies are so detached. Yep. The gluttonous prince said, "The stick I was playing knight with broke in half. I wonder where I can find a good stick around here." The sloppy prince said, "My sword broke while we were playing knights in shining armor. You don't have a nice stick we can use, do you?" "Got a shovel. I'm not trying to give it away." And romantic comedy cannot work without sincerity, in my opinion. Yeah. Yep. It's so dark inside the locker, you can't tell how deep it is. Okay, yeah, we've been in here. Nothing new.
Go!
Should I just go up there already? What do I even have you searching for at the moment? Candy. Yeah, I guess so. Let's start with consumables before I try and progress the events, the main plot here. Let's see what I can find before a bunch of nonsense shows up. Aristocrat luggage. Aristocrat candies dropped out of the luggage. Marbles. Aristocratic marbles. Okay.
Go!
Awesome. More marbles, not awesome. Although, I might be getting closer. I want to say I had 3 last time I checked. So maybe 5. Did I need 11?
Go!
You can trade them in for shortbread or something.
Go!
Well, alright. How about these?
Go!
No dice. How about this?
Go!
Nothing. How about... That's it. That's all we got. Alright, well. I don't remember if they tell me or not. I might have to drop some in to know. But I think I just... Yeah, I just dropped my marble, so I'm not gonna know. Do they want this? Do you want this? Let's see what they want. Your skill was not accepted. They're not having it. How about some doll eggs? It's weird because there used to be endless romantic comedies. You could turn on your TV and flip to any number of channels and just watch some new romantic comedy and have a decent time. I can't think of a genre that works like that right now. It's not, I can't really say. It's not a genre I ever really watched a lot of. It's not really my kind of thing. But I've enjoyed some over the years, for sure. And it seems like there have been periods where there's a lot more to choose from, for sure, like you're saying. Used to be that way with action movies as well. Yeah. That feels like something like what you were saying before. Like, yeah, you might remember a lot of good ones, but I feel like there's just so much shit, right? There is. That I feel like no matter how many good action movies there are, like, that's got to be one of the worst ratios out there, I would imagine. Just Steven Seagal alone. A year of Steven Seagal on this planet has given you enough just dog shit out there to worsen the ratio. I feel like there's been some pretty good horror thriller in the past 5 to 6 years. Seems like horror's having a good moment. Yeah. That's another one too. Like, there's a lot of that too, right? Just saturated with bad horror movies. Even though there's a lot of good stuff. Steven Seagal, he could have been so much more. Could he have? Could he have? He could have. Yeah. I mean, he could have. If he didn't suck. If he wasn't who he is. If he didn't live his life the way he did it. If he was a completely different person, yeah. If he had more of a skill set, less of an awful personality, more of a work ethic, more of a desire to make actual meaningful artistic experiences for his audience, you know, if, yeah. Yeah. He could have been something. He gave up on training and clung to past glories, yeah, despite using his fame and whatnot to peer pressure, be generally shitty. Yeah, if you go on a deep dive through some of the shit he's done, wow. Wow. Not the laughingstock of the action world. I don't know if I'm going to play this too much longer. I'm suddenly feeling very fatigued by this game. It's starting to wear on me. I still like the things I like, but man, it's like, oh my god, we're just back to just this airship again and just having Brown sniff around for stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way about it. It's just like bad combat and then back to this kind of tedious gameplay. I'm just looking for items. The music is awful. Currently? Just like the groans of the airship, you mean? So repetitive. Did I skip a message? Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. A couple, actually. If he trained and was athletic, took his roles in life seriously, his connections to, yeah, he'd be one of the Action Star grades easy. Yeah, I mean, there does seem like a great base of ability there, right? He does have skills, but yeah, like you're saying, you have to be a very different person to take that and build it into something other than what it ended up being. But while we did have Seagal, we also have Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, and literally every male actor who got a couple action movies. Yeah. I think just Schwarzenegger alone, like, all things, if you were to, like, run the numbers, mostly good, right? Mostly good. Yeah, the airship noises, yeah. The actual music I love. I love the music in this game. We don't really have any currently. But right now we're just, yeah. Drinking in the sights and sounds of the airship yet again. I think it would be helped, like this gameplay formula, even though it's not great, you know, I'd be willing to look past a little bit more if like we were going to different locations, but we keep coming back to this same airship, you know? The ambiance, yeah. The ambiance is so bad. I kind of like it. It's just sort of, I mean, I get it. I personally kind of liked it, but it's kind of wearing out its welcome as this game drags on for hours and hours and doesn't really take me, like, we just went to a new place and it was so exciting, like, oh man, okay, somewhere new, things might be happening, we might be, like, I'm ready for it to be over, I think. Definitely, if the going rate is currently $600, this is not a $600 experience. Calendar fact, a dime has 118 ridges around the edge. That's a cool fact. Thank you. Seagal movie night, but only his most recent movies. Oh god. Alright, we got something. I guess let's do this. Lollipop? Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, how about shortbread? Not in this room. How about a different candy? And that's more what I mean. Every actor got some action movies, but most of those were generally decent time wasters. The same as with romantic comedy. Every actor got a couple, and many were an okay time. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. Yeah, that's a good fact. Even if it was just hokey horse shit that had tons of plot holes or made little sense, those guys at least made it funny, entertaining in a good way. Yeah. Have I ever had a bad time with an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? I can't think of any. Even when it hasn't been a good movie, I've had a good time. It's like, oh, I just can't stand. He's like the real life Michael Thornton, but can't fight. You know, fights from a chair, no joke. Yeah, no, I know it. Just seated for the entire production. I can't think of any either. Like, how many people can fight from a chair? Actually, Jackie Chan can do that better. Right, we're like shitting on that skill set, but look, sometimes you have to engage your target from a seated position, and who is better suited to that than the man who's been training for the last several decades to only do that? He's a master. He's a master at that. He also produces his own movies. Well, if he doesn't, who would? There, I successfully recorded a new guitar solo for Serotonin and Crackers. Hopefully my neighbors didn't hear. Nice. Well done. Congrats. Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Maybe I'm gonna put this away. I kind of want to. I'm assuming this shovel is good. It's got the range, and I would think it would do a decent bit of damage since I just got it. So it's a late game pickup. So the other thing I need to do. Okay, I have a couple key items, and I want to know maybe I can get the rest of the set, because there's that knife set. I got the Baron and something else. I'm trying to remember now. Or, so I guess, etc. items. Oh, there's this too. We need to look for winter. And Gemini also. Okay, so fall. I should be looking for that, maybe. Five marbles. Okay. I can also trade in the socks, can't I? Maybe do that. The Baron. Oh, these don't actually... maybe the film? Some of these I don't know if like I missed my window of opportunity or not, because I've had them forever. But okay, I think these are the things I want to go actively searching for at the moment. So word your neighbors might break in looking for crackers to replace their SSRI every single day. Now I just need to adjust a few things in Styrofoam Astronauts, and then I'm in the clear. Tai Chi's will be in the rearview mirror. Nice. I like that title, Styrofoam Astronauts. It's very evocative. Emissary, what's going on? If you heard the grinder ping sound on your dad's phone, would you tell your mom? Well, my parents have been divorced since I was a child. So are we thinking hypothetically? Or given these current conditions? No, they broke up when I was like 8 or 9. He can do what he wants. I'd probably like confront him and be like, look, if you're being unfaithful, time to come clean. Like I'd give him the opportunity to be an adult about the situation. You know what I mean? Maybe drop these for now. Since I'm really just going to go out searching for consumables for a little bit. I don't understand why they make me hold on to this torn diet chart. Why can't I drop this? Why? Why do I need... No other item is forced to remain in my inventory like this. It makes me wonder if there's like a bug or something. Because I want to say this was like tied to, if I'm remembering this right, a quest. It was like a stepping stone to another item to give me a code, the combination to that chest. And then I died, but I already knew the code, so I just jumped right to it. And I think this was the interstitial thing I needed that I just didn't utilize, and it's been stuck in my inventory ever since. I don't know. So it goes. All right, yeah, we're gonna go out searching for this stuff. So let's, I guess, save and get hunting, get foraging. Where are you going first? Where are we going? Emissary, did you come to a decision that you were telling us about yesterday? Ads in, ads here, ads now. They snuck up on me. All right. I'm gonna take a quick break. We're back. You made me leave. All right, let's just go a little farther and see if we find something. But I might need to come back on at a later date to finish this one up. I might be out of will today. Okay, this is nowhere close by. Is this the one I just had equipped? I don't remember. What was the fish scale tied to? Was that related to something? Have you bought any clothes from Japan? I imagine the plaid shirts you often wear are not local fashion. This I bought here. Yeah. There are a decent number of these around. I have very few of my original stock of clothing remaining. Because I've been here so long, you know. That most of the stuff I wear now I bought here. There's a few things that have lasted. But, you know, stuff wears out, gets holes in it. I usually wear stuff until it's rags. What do you normally wear at work? A lot of my work is pretty lenient, so just like a button-down shirt. Slacks of some sort, yeah. Nothing crazy. In the US, I used to wear a tie. I have a great selection of ties. But, it's not quite that formal. At least in the places where I work. If I were in a different structure, like a different kind of school system, I would be. But until certain clothing has extra holes, I have no idea what you might be referencing. No clue. Doesn't sound like anything I'm familiar with. Can't stand ties. I don't really like something around my neck either. I find it very stifling. But the joy I did get was I got to be like the wacky tie teacher for some years there. Or like even the kids that weren't in my grade level, in my class or in my grade level, like they kind of knew me. It's like, you're the one with like the Mario tie, or like the weird like Albert Einstein tie, or whatever it is. And I had so many, I still have them all, like theme them around certain things. Like some ties were like a once a year wear for like a specific holiday, and some were more general. But yeah, that was fun. But aside from that, yeah, I don't like the less constrained the better generally in life. Do men in Japan primarily wear boxers or briefs? I don't know. I can't say that I have enough like anecdotal experience to go on. In terms of like when I go shopping, I guess I see them all like equally available, so they're all getting purchased by consumers. There's a speaking tube. Nothing can be heard from it. I think all my underwear has holes, and most of my t-shirts, and my sweaters, not pants, jackets, or hoodies though. To me, the holes are not a deal breaker until they're like, they reach a size where they're just like, it makes it difficult to wear the clothing. Like it's actually impeding my mobility, because like, or just stuff's falling off. But gotta be professional, so, you know. Hey, okay. We found a scone, and we can sniff this scone to find nothing. Doesn't lead us to anything. It's just a scone. It's just a scone, and it barely heals, and it is what it is, and I can't believe I just got excited for it, because it's a scone. On top of all that, it's a scone. It's not a favorite foodstuff of mine. No? No to holes? No to holes, huh? In my mind, that's just evidence that that is a beloved article of clothing, and you've been through some stuff together. I think it's a beautiful thing. Exactly. You know? I can name the place. Like, oh yeah, I remember the hike I was on where like that pair of pants that frustrated my girlfriend to no end that I wouldn't get rid of them because there was a big like slash, like slit, like through the butt. I no longer wore them in public, but I did keep them for like when I'm making art or just like doing stuff, you know, stuff where I'm gonna get dirty and maybe get a hole, like another new hole in the pants. They split open when I was hiking, and I had to finish the hike with the back of my pants. Big old window there. Anyway, you know, you just like, they tell a tale. These pants contain multitudes. Underwear is different though. It's a clothing item that should be replaced a bit more. Oh, we're talking underwear? Should be replaced a bit more than others in my opinion, considering the 1/10 of a gram of poop that is in someone's underwear at the end of the day. That is the fact. That is my least favorite fact you've ever shared. I try and forget it. It's the one fact that I can't forget, that I think about most regularly out of everything you've ever shared in this chat. I think about that one most often. I wish I didn't. My sister got me a t-shirt from England when I was maybe 15. If I remember correctly, I retired it when I was 29. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I still own clothes from when I was a teenager. I do too. I do too. I got this one Bruce Springsteen t-shirt. I swear to God, it's like, it barely holds together now, but I just won't get rid of it. I don't even know how long I've had that thing.
Go.
Yeah, in here. The real takeaway should be that poop isn't actually that scary. Come to terms with it. Yeah? Is that the lesson? Is that the lesson of this story? Look, we run the numbers. You know what's in there, so just learn to live with it. Now, why would you be barking at this door and then I come in here and you just suddenly got nothing to say? You led me here. Brown, you led me here. What the hell? What? Didn't you? Did I just imagine that? I have shoes from when I was a teenager. Shoes is wild to me. Have you just not worn them? Because that's like something that really wears out. Are they... Then you want back out? You just don't know what you want. This dog doesn't know what he wants. And there's stuff in here. Wait, what do you... Okay, so you did bring him in here for something. There's a goodie. A mince pie. Brown, how are you not sniffing at this? This is like one of the better things we could be getting right now. And... No and. I thought and it might lead us to something, but it doesn't. It's just mince pie. Like, wash your clothes, but it's not something to obsess over. You've lived with poop on your clothes and body your whole life, and you are fine. It's map user navigation. It's course plotted from England to India. I have a box full of old band t-shirts I used to wear when I was at Metalhead in high school. Any particular favorites? I feel like how quickly they wear out depends on how many shoes you have. I usually have 1 or 2 pairs of shoes. Yeah, that's the thing. As I said that, like, well, not everyone's like I am, where I only own like a couple pair and I just wear them until they have holes, and then I get a new pair or 2, and then repeat. So I wear through mine pretty quickly. I don't have a lot of different shoes. So mine wear out relatively fast. Yeah, I'm like you. I also wear them until they almost fall apart. Same. You wear your shoes out until you can't really get away with like wearing them in public anymore, and then they become river shoes. That's the way I like to live. And then you got a nice pair of river shoes. I have so many pairs of river shoes. So many pairs of river shoes. The Catatonia Discouraged Ones shirt is the one that I'd probably still wear if I still wore t-shirts. I don't even know that band. Should I check them out? I retired my sandals when my feet were touching asphalt when I walked. Yeah. Yeah. I know that life. Like the... Where would you call that? Like right before the toes, but still the sole of the foot. Right around there. I've touched asphalt in that location a few times. Same deal with the socks. That's where it really starts to break down. I've worn them a fair amount. They don't look new, just worn. I try to be gentle with shoes, though. You don't think you bought any clothes last year? Catatonia is good, but they've gone through a few phases. I don't even bother with socks. Yeah, you were saying that's right. And we're in here again. Ooh, but we got something. What do we got? We were standing right on it. Full, so it's a new. Ooh, it's something new. It's something new. I guess we can drop the scone. Or we could look at the scone. A tea time snack adored by children and adults alike. Restores some health. How do y'all like scones? Who's a fan of scones? Do you adore it as a tea time snack or other kind of snack? Marble. I should have known it would be horse shit. I'd recommend the song Lethian by them, probably. Okay. I will give it a listen after this. Thanks for the recommendation. Have you gotten a snack on any of the short breaks? I have not. I haven't eaten yet. I think I'm going to finish here soon. I think I'm all gamed out for the day. It's been 6.5 hours. And I did finish an entire video game. I mean, I didn't play the whole thing, but you know. We finished Alpha Protocol. I'd say it's been a productive day. I also patched my clothes. I had to stitch up my old pants a lot, and I had a big patch made from old pants to stop the crotch from tearing open completely. That's great. I used to do that too. I'm not great at sewing, sadly. Ooh. Scone? Scone. Even though I do it a lot. Do you? Currently, you still do it a lot? I guess, I read that whole thing as past tense, but right. No, you just, you had to stitch up your old pants a lot, but you're still doing it currently. Sewing's a good skill to have. Ooh. Ooh. Another scone. If you're walking through a creepy airship like this and you see a trail of scones, do you follow it? What do y'all do? Seems like a trap, but it could also just be like a Hansel and Gretel kind of situation. You know? Like maybe they're going to try and find their way back by the scones later on. Off to bed. Thank you for streaming. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a great night and great rest. I'll see you next time. I've only sewed something once. It was an awful experience. I don't have the patience or coordination. Ooh, alright, so end of the line. End of the line here.
Go!
Yeah? Okay. My current pants have one hole that I stitched. I feel and tore a tiny hole in my inner thigh. Didn't want it to grow. But other than that, there's no normal wear and tear need to sew. Oh, I fell. Okay. Hey! Is this a marble? Or is it it's a candy? It's a good boy. Good boy. You got something else? Gooder boy. Even gooder boy. I feel like they're getting close to that level. I've considered preemptively getting new pants. What do we got this time? What are you? Very shiny scone. The snack bug. You should get yourself some beans on toast. I'd have to get beans. And toast. Marble. I knew it. Just nonsense. You should also get a Mountain Dew to go with it. I don't really like Mountain Dew. I'm not gonna lie. Another marble. Well, actually, you know what? This is no longer nonsense. This is 8 now. We're getting close. We're getting to exchange territory. So, alright. I won't complain. Keep them coming. Not after that fight. After that fight, I wanted even less than ever. Another marble. Did you skip my meal suggestion? I guess I did. Oh, sorry. Beans, bacon, tomato sauce? I don't understand the appeal of that drink. Here I am suggesting a meal fit for kings. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might need to go to the grocery store.
Go.
Okay. So, how about one of these?
Go.
Yeah. Okay. Back out we go. What? Oh, is it? What? What? What are you? What? What? What are you doing?
Go.
Brown, stop it. Brown, what? Buddy. Oh my god. You're gonna hurt yourself. Alright. Huh? You want me to come out here?
Go.
Now we're going this way? I have not changed the item we're currently looking for. I feel like this dog might be full of shit. Does he just kind of go wherever he wants to go randomly and occasionally we find something and he just like... Okay, no. He knows. He's good. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. What you do is get one of these. What is one of these? Okay. Tyson pan fry. When done, up to taste. You pour canned beans and tomato sauce over. Heat up the beans. Can be eaten with toast. Also rice. Sounds pretty good. You can get some pepperoni pizza with hot honey. I could do it. Kind of want to get a nabe going, to be honest. Like, okay, if it's gonna get cold one last time, we're gonna have nabe one last time. It's almost out of season. What are we dropping? Dropping the marble. Bacon and beans is actually a pretty good budget meal. You can find some relatively cheap chunks of meat. That's true. I have had it when living on a budget. I do like it. Beans are beans, not exactly expensive. Nah, beans are the magical fruit. Was this a Silent Hill RE clone way back when? Oh, well, this is actually kind of late. This is 2006, I think it is. It definitely has aspects that remind you of Silent Hill in particular, really just because of the pipe. I mean, it controls in the way that survival horror games of the era controlled. You do have a limited inventory. So, yeah, it's just got, like, you know, aspects of the genre in it. But aside from that, it's a very different game. I want to say. It's got its whole like unique sort of search with the dog mechanic that the whole game is built around. Combat is really, there's not much to the combat. It's very frustrating. And it really isn't scary, it's just weird. And what I mean is like even just like jump scares and like things that are like, it's unsettling, the content and the general atmosphere and vibe. And then like the first time I saw one of those like little rabbit kid enemies, like that was like so weird enough. I was like, oh, that's creepy. Now I'm kind of used to it. Like if there's like a fish kid or a rabbit kid, if they show up, like, yeah, I'm kind of expecting that kind of stuff. But the first time that it was, I think it was, well, it wasn't right here, but it was like a similar hallway where it just popped up from around the corner. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Go.
It was a good moment. It's really nutritious and filling, unlike a lot of budget meals. Yeah. You like making flatbreads, similar to pizza. It feels a lot more rustic and affordable. Mm-hmm. You like making flatbread pizza. I don't make the flatbread though, just buy it. I like baking naan to make flatbreads with cheese and other toppings too. Ooh, maybe I should get some naan. You don't like 20 plus enemies bottlenecked into a small corridor? Hey, horseman. No, I don't. How you doing? Welcome. You done for the day? You on a break? I don't know. I don't know, Brown. Am I done for the day? Should we fix my wheel and spin it? Is this game strumming your nerve? I'm not really like frustrated or anything. I just suddenly, you know, you ever just completely run out of stamina or like investment in something? And it can happen quite abruptly. Just coming back to this airship is like, man, we're just searching around again. It's like, I need to really search for these consumables. I suddenly don't really want to play this anymore. And I don't want to like continue to play it feeling this way, because I have really enjoyed the experience aside from a couple frustrating moments, you know. And, like, I have criticisms, but yeah, I think maybe coming back on another day would be best. Maybe try and finish it that day. Are we spinning the wheel? I think we should address the wheel. You seem tired. Yeah, I've been playing a long time. But I did want to get a couple long streams in this week since I'm off. We want to go back in here? Okay. Done, just grab some Coco's curry and a mint parfait. Just in time to watch you finish. Well, now that you've said that... Oh, right, we're going back here. And then you don't have anything to do once we get in here. Yeah, what? This trickster dog of mine. Okay, what's the way back? Yeah, hearing that description, horseman, I gotta get a meal. It's time. Hope your workday went well. We finished Alpha Protocol. Oh, I have to use it. That's right. Get a snack before the meal? Could do it. Could do it. Is this one locked? Okay. Cloverfield. Oh, you know, I haven't been up here yet. And I'm not going up there. It is blocked off again. Never mind. Never mind. Who did John Alpha Protocol end up with? Steve Heck? No, we ended up by ourselves. Which is the only fitting option. The only fitting conclusion to his tale.
Do you know of a place where sailors hang out?
air sailors hang out on this airship. Aeronauts. Yeah. Off into the sunset on our big, beautiful... We ended on a boat. So, made good on my origin story. Ended where we began. I'll have to do a little bit of bass fishing until the next secret agent adventure comes our way. Honestly, that's a good thing because you saved yourself some cringe in your actual playthrough. Yeah? Then again, you did watch them after, no? Sorry, watch what after? Just John on a bass boat drifting in the distance? Yeah, that's what we got. I don't know. We spared a couple people. Mina hated us by the end. She betrayed me. She should have. We had that shit coming. We let her go anyway. We didn't kill her. We did kill, Leland. It wasn't Leland. I'm saying it wrong. And, start with a Y. Yancey? I forget. It's already fading away. Secret Agent Adventure? Did you say Splinter Cell? I might. Cringe romance scenes. I guess when you say watch them after, what did you mean? Went down as a true Delta? I did. We're going down to the Delta on our boat. Listen to some blues and do some fishing. Seriously, just keep thinking Mina? Why do you keep saying everybody? Mina hates me, as in, yes, everyone hates me. Let's fix my wheel. I'm gonna take this off the wheel. Like, I was thinking, like, wait till I finish it, but I don't have to wait till I finish it. Like, I'm gonna finish it, just because I want to. But it can come off the wheel. Okay, so... Rule of Rose had 3 more chances to be selected. They go bye-bye. And we're going to put those on... The Witcher's at max capacity. Let's put them on Draken. We haven't played that at all, so that's up to 6 now. I don't know what to do with big rigs over the road racing. I really don't feel comfortable downloading a game from an unverified... Like, I know you said that Redditors were saying it's safe. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I just don't really want to do that. You know? I'm a little worried about malware and all that. If someone could vouch for it, maybe I would feel differently. But isn't that... I heard a rumor that's coming to Steam. Is that happening? Oh. It's happening. There's a Steam page for it now. Look at that. Planned release date Q2 2025. It's verified. You're being overly cautious. You did download it just fine, did you? Okay. Well, then if that's the case... That's the thing. I would like... If someone could tell me from personal experience that they have done that and it was safe and fine. Should take off Harry Potter too if you... Oh yeah, Harry Potter's still on here, isn't he? The only people that didn't hate you were either nut jobs or slimy politician types. Yeah, you know, it's almost like it was kind of like telling. If I didn't know I was awful, just the company I keep and the people who tend to like me, that might say it all. Is it going to be a well-textured spin? I hope so. You don't have to play it. I'm not going to make you do anything you're not comfortable with. No, it was really just like, I don't know what's in this package of files. But if you can vouch for it, I trust you. That said, I think it would be a very fun time to stream that dog shit. But we could get the official version. Think of how much better the official jank would be. Yeah, I wonder. I'm wondering what the Steam release is going to be like. I still don't know, like, again, I've said it before, with some of the PC games of that era without, like, some fan-made mods or patches and all that, I can't play it and stream it at the same time. Remember, get rid of Sonic, right? One of the Sonics. I moved it there as a joke, but it was meant to go everywhere. Yeah, that's why I was doing this live. I was gonna spread stuff around. So, okay, I guess we'll keep Big Rigs going here. I don't want to take away from anything. What else can I take away from? Did you want another Cyberpunk PS4? Because there's still one of those. No? Summon a Splinter Cell? No? Okay, let's take that off. Another Splinter Cell. Okay. All these Sonics are going bye-bye. Not the Horseman Sonics, but the others. That's 20. So let's say... Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I've added to a couple games that didn't have, that only had one chance. We still got a lot with The Witcher. Did you say you wanted to take some off of The Witcher? You like the ambiance from the game? Yeah, me too. I'm gonna genuinely shit myself if one of my games gets on there. It's time. You haven't had it yet. I want all of mine to be moved everywhere. Okay. What do you have up there? We're starting to see more and more of each game as we spread things out. Do you want to keep The Witcher on there? That's something I'm going to play regardless, but the wheel would mandate that I play it, you know. If you leave me to my own devices, you know, it might be months, but can I get rid of The Witcher? Okay. Harvester looks good. Harvester does look good. It's more freaky and silly than janky, but it still has some on there. How much more manageable the wheel looks. You get rid of the Harry Potter. I can't read the yellow. I think Harry Potter is gone, isn't he? Right. You did just say that, and I'm not seeing them. I think we already took those off. Moved them somewhere else. Because I beat it, right? Yeah, yeah. And I put them on something. I'm trying to remember what. Okay. Bye-bye Witcher. That's 20 freed up. Okay. So... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, everything's at now at least 5 chances. 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, this is the post-Witcher wheel. We can read every game. Look at that. Look at that. We've got Mission Impossible 64. Oh, no, that's not right. That's where I put the Harry Potters. That's not fair. Now I remember where I put them. That's Streamer's Choice. That's bad. That's bad form. Yeah. Okay, let's take that down to the same as the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How about this one? You beat it? That's disgusting. We didn't know that. Need to know that. Avada Kedavra. Kavadra. Cadaver. Avada Cadaver. I mean, yeah, it makes cadavers, doesn't it? I've never played a xylophone. Yeah, never? Didn't you finish The Witcher? How come in mine you did? I didn't finish Witcher. I've only played. Wait, did I just miss something? But now I'm very early in The Witcher. They grow up so fast. What's the... I can't read the one that's in black. Which one's that? What is that? Oh, that's Way of the Samurai 4. Okay, Way of the Samurai 4. That's a saucy pick, I think. Alright, so we've got Mafia 1, Mission Impossible 64, more Crusader No Remorse, Jump King, Duke Nukem. I keep forgetting to ask Object Power which Duke Nukem that is. He's told me a couple times, I just keep forgetting. Bratz, Monster Hunter G, Battletoads, Way of the Samurai 4, Harvester, Dropkin, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, and more Sonic 2006. Can you give a quick rundown what's there? Oh, okay, yeah, excellent, thanks. Way of the Samurai, the whole series is funny. Yeah, I've never played that. All solid jank. All right, let's see what it's going to be. Don't say that. Don't say that. Harvester. Harvester. That's going to be a lot of fun. Did I get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Soden Bodhi, we got you. We got your pick. We got a Soden Bodhi pick. Nice. We're going to play some Harvester this week. I feel like I got it when I was on... Or no, did you gift it to me? You gave that to me, didn't you? I might have if it was really cheap. You've been so... I hate to say that, like, I hate to even...
Feel the power of my
question whether or not you did, because I'm so thankful for all the games you gifted me, but you gave me a few there for a couple weeks. Thank you so much. I just couldn't remember if this was in it, or if I picked this up myself when it was on sale, but... Yes. Yeah, Harvester is good to go. Harvester is good to go. This looks ridiculous. Let's play this tomorrow. God, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited to watch this. I'm so excited to play it. Click your name, top right, count details, then purchase history. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, this was a Soden Bodhi gift, so thank you, Soden Bodhi, for suggesting, requesting, and supplying the game Harvester. You can also do licenses. There you can see the gifts you got. Control F to search. All right, thank you. Dream come true. It'd be cool to hear all the game requests on the list you have sometime. Do you mean outside of the jank wheel? Yeah, like the redeemed ones? Sure. I know you don't use Discord. Anyone who wants that list, it is in my Discord, but I can let you know those right now. All right, so games coming up on the channel at some point. I'm just gonna run through everything. Stuff that I was gonna do. I still owe you all more Resident Evil. I was thinking maybe do a Switch stream this week, actually. Maybe I can fit that in. Need to get back to some of those. More of the Deus Ex series. I want to finish the next two games, since I played the first two. We got Metal Gear on the way. I think I ran through the Kojima games I'm going to be playing. So, 2 more Metal Gear games, and then Police Knots, finish Zone of the Enders 2, and then Death Stranding 1 and 2. I'm going to play both of those in June for Hideo Kojima. More CRPGs. I want to finish Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Someday we will finish Omicron: The Nomad Soul. Still have some Frederick picks. Hades. I didn't play a lot of Hades. I need to play more Hades. And Deathloop from Object of Power. And Subnautica from Emissary Vex. Mr. Redeye requested Cyberdoll. Silent Shelf, we've got Animal Well, Lost in Play, Pilgrims, and a TBA game. Coelacanth requested Binary Domain, House of Da Vinci, and the Nier series. For Emissary Vex, we've got Dishonored series and Twin Sins Odyssey. Noctafrost has got us playing Mega Man X6 and X7. Horseman, Doom 2016, Inscription Okami, and 6 TBAs. Fight Magic Item Run, Sakura Taisen, Sethosaurus, System Shock. Frederick requested also Sunless Sea and Soma, and then 2 TBAs from Object of Power. So those are the other games coming up here at some point. I was so close to banning LegionBot just now because I tabbed them them back in, and see it was a Discord for half a second. You know what? It might not be bad to ban bot for a little bit, just to like set it straight. Like, look, put you in your place. You're pushing it. You be pushing it sometimes. You need to play much more Hades. I do. And Dishonored has become all of Arcane's games. That's true. It has. It's become Arx Fatalis on through. Thanks for listing them off. Yeah, I love making lists. I make a lot of lists. Now, do I finish lists? Do I complete the things on the list? Not regularly, but it's very fun to just lay out all the things I'm probably not going to do anytime soon in order. System Shock is jank in a good way. I'm very looking forward to that. Yeah, bot has been wild last few streams. Bots feeling themselves a little bit. You have to set up everything again. It's like playing a graphics calendar. Who's playing video games? All right, so I guess just Harvester tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be a long stream or not. There's other stuff I want to get into this week, but I will be here in the morning for at least a few hours for some Harvester, and maybe many hours. And yeah. Then back to this at some point this week, too. I'd like to finish this week. We've got... Is anyone playing Rule of Rose, first of all? Nope. I mean, me. Just me. How about... Saint Cathedral is playing Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Idol Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. I don't know that one. Let's see how it is. Oh, thank you for... Yeah. Thanks for snipping that. Thanks for coming to Texture the stream. It was great having y'all. We went some places today. We went some places. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thank you, everybody. Bot chose to translate TY instead of Norwegian. Swinbody, how about that band? How about that band? All right. Raid's ready to go. Thank you all again so much for coming and making this a good time for me. I had fun. Hope you did too. Be back tomorrow for Harvester. Maybe I'll see you then. Until then, be well. I'll be seeing you.